Now we have a responsibility to give off our energy and make it shine and make it glow. But we don't know how to make it glow. We can make it clap, but we can't make it glow. You know what I mean? We can make it clap. Anybody can make it clap, you know. So make it clap. But we don't know how to make our energy amazing. We're scared, we have anxiety. You know, I was listening to somebody today, a guy. The guy made sense. He made so much sense that I wanted to, hey Chestney, I wanted to do a second part. He was telling men, hey men, if you ugly, right? Hey Grace, he told me, hey Jamisha, I know it's all right, and it was good too. By the way, it was a good Zoom meeting. You missed one of the best ones. Hey Riri, how you doing? He said, what a treat. Hey Miko, Reese, what's good? What's good? Hey Kiki. The guy said, hey Beatrice. The guy said, if you are an ugly man, do not take dating advice from them good-looking dudes online, because what works for them don't work for you. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? He said, what? He said, if you're an ugly man, don't take dating advice from good-looking dudes online, because you know you be seeing dudes with money telling other men certain information, and it's not true. It doesn't work for those men. Those men ain't good looking. Those men can't even get in the door. So those rules is not true for those men, right? I mean, let's be honest. You know, you see men online giving advice, but you can't take those advice because those men have money, they have social, you know, they have different social standards, they have financial, you know, they're up there financially, they're good looking, they're tall. You think that information works for short, big belly guys? It don't work for short, big belly guys. And it's the same for women. Listen, Jamisha, you said it before I did. You said it. I didn't say it. You said it. Hey, Janice, how you doing? It works for women the same. You can't be watching these beautiful women on here, give them advice, and you take it like, yeah, that's right, queen. It don't work for you because it's not the same. Why? And I think that's how we get confused. That's how we getting confused, because you see these women on here, you know, and there's a lot of women on here who will be lying to you all, by the way. I hope you all know that. They be looking gorgeous and married on the side. Yeah. They be gorgeous and married. Hey Morocco. They be gorgeous and married, and you single. You can't get approached. You can't get a date. And you listening to her telling you, yeah, take his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, hey. If he doesn't call you, hey, you know, never call him. The rules don't work the same for all of us. I think we need to be honest with ourselves and see our truth within ourselves, because everything is not the same for everybody. You can't listen to everybody's advice. If you are ugly man, listen to ugly people advice. That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. He said, if you are an ugly man, listen to ugly man's advice. He says, if you are an ugly woman, listen to ugly women's advice, because they know something that you don't. I mean, they must know something. Seriously. So, I mean, but I think our problems now, man, you know, we don't know what we look like. So we don't even know. We're not honest with ourselves. We don't know what we look like. We be lying to ourselves. We don't even know what we look like. We be thinking that we're looking like the Rock, and we're looking like the Pebbles. You know, like, you ever seen a man who think that he looks like the Rock, talks like the Rock, but he looks like a pebble? And you're like, man, you don't even see what he looks like. Hey, Shawty, how you doing? Why? Because we be lying. We be lying to ourselves. Like, you see a woman who thinks that she's Beyonce, but just looks like Say. You know what I'm talking about? She thinks that she's Beyonce. She has the Beyonce taste, but she just looks like Say. Just Say. Or looks like, what's that dude name who walks crooked? What's his name? Shit. What's his name again? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? What's the dude name who be walking crooked and saying all these things? Shamar. I'm not bugging. I mean, I'm not bugging, but we have to know what we look like. And so I think sometimes we need to be reminded. We be, you know, thinking that we have Beyonce standards. That's right, queen. And you know, everybody be telling you what standards to have, and you all be believing it, and it's not working. It's not working for you. It hasn't been working. That's why, because the people who giving it information is not true. I'm a short man. So the advice I give, you know, when you are not attractive physically, can I be honest with y'all? But Kirk, I said that to you. You said your wife was not your type, but she's gorgeous, smart, not the same. Man, listen. So in that time, right, I didn't approach my wife. My wife approached me. Believe it or not. But see, you have to understand. When she approached me, I was in the best shape of my life. So for me, it wasn't really anything difficult. Plus my career. I had a career, right? I had that charisma. You know, when you listen, here's the deal. When you know that you're not the most attractive, hey Kayla, how you doing? When you Kayla, where's your mom? You know, when you are not that attractive, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Because everybody is not the best physically attractive people. We all not the same on the same level. But I don't think we're supposed to. Hey Miranda. People be always telling me I look like The Rock. No lie. But my personality is not so bad. See, Justin is a rock. Justin is a rock. To be honest, man, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Sometimes one of the best things to have is kindness. Be honest, being kind. I think that's one of the best traits. I think everybody just want to look good. But kindness will trump looking good anytime. And I ain't saying nice, because I'm not saying niceness. I don't even know what nice is. To be honest, I don't know what nice is. Nice, you know, nice guys finish last. I'm too nice. Nice this, nice this. I don't know what nice is. I don't know what nice is. I said kind. If you are kind, especially as a man, or if you're kind, you got your stuff up here, right? The second thing, if you are not that physically attractive, you need to learn how to learn to speak about anything. Hey Diamond, humble, right? If you are not as attractive physically, you gotta learn how to speak about everything. You gotta learn how to open up your mind a bit. Because when you can speak on anything, it's attractive. Like, damn. Oh, damn. We want a good man. I don't know what a good man is. What's a good man? I don't know what a good man is. I don't think such a thing exists as a good man. Going to right. What's going to right? Wait, what did I say last? I forget what I just said. What did I just say? A man who is what? Kind, but they say no to others. Other people are just pleasers. Yeah, beautiful insight. Thank God I'm kind, because I'm shaped up like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, intellectual. He might get played. He might get played. And you know, he got to be able to open it, or he or she got to be able to use words, man. Like, they have to be some out there. You got to learn how to talk about anything. You know, the third thing that you have to have is intuition, man. Like, we ain't got intuition for nothing. We just always meet the same thing. We don't know when we meet. All we know is when somebody cheating. There were some good-looking cops on horses, but I was with someone that didn't want to get caught staring. Hey, we have to have intuition, man. Our intuition is so closed. Like, we have to have intuition. You know, intuition just don't tell you something is wrong. Hey, King Benjamin's daughter, how you doing? Most people don't have that. I agree. Because most people just want to be attractive. We have to have a certain type of intuition. Everybody says they have intuition, but they only learn to use it when somebody cheating. I think he's cheating. My intuition. I trust my intuition. You didn't trust it when you met the person? You know? Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Good to see you. You didn't trust your intuition when you met your intuition didn't tell you, hey, stay away. Stay away. But only when he not coming home, he don't talk to me, he don't kiss me on my lips, he has numbers on his phone. My intuition, that's not your intuition. That's common sense telling you that he's cheating. That's common sense. That is common sense. That's the most common sense thing that you can think. That's not your intuition. Your intuition ain't working. It's off. It's turned off. You know, when your intuition is only telling you something is wrong, but it doesn't tell you what's right, that shit is broken. You not hit that. What? You can only tell, okay, I know you can tell me what's wrong, but I need to understand what's right too. I need to, hey, you on? Because ain't no damn way. Something that works both ways is only telling me when something is broken. Can you tell me when a person is right for me to? Or when the person is good enough? Or when the person is the good catch? But no, it's always when somebody's cheating, somebody lying, somebody is this, somebody has bad energy, somebody is broken, somebody tripping, somebody is sneaking, somebody's sneaking link. You can't, I'm like, what is wrong? Hey, Anchor for Life, how you doing? He would kiss you everywhere and still cheat. Y'all think cheating? Why y'all? Is that all in your mind? You know why men cheat so much? Let me tell you why men cheat so much. Cause that's all you gotta think about. So everybody will cheat. That's all you gotta think about. I mean, listen, I know you all hate me for saying this, but it seems like that's all you all think about is cheating. My wife don't think about cheating. I think that's why I behave. Is this all you all think about, man? Cheating, 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 cheating. He gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. That's why people cheat. You think about it and you create it. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. I'm saying, you saying so is us. When you with somebody, when you have two together, when two people are together, you have to understand two people's consciousness, their minds, their thoughts, they all come together too. And if only your thought is cheating, 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 you never pick up somebody's thoughts or pick up some type of feeling or just this urge from somewhere. That shit didn't come from, no, it came from somewhere. Somebody thinking it, somebody feeling it, and you feeling it too. All of a sudden you feel attracted, you want to do this, you want to do that. See, we don't take responsibility. We don't think that we don't take responsibility. We never take responsibility for our thoughts. Even though we repeat, our thoughts create our reality. Even though we say it all the time, we don't believe it. We don't really trust it. It can't be true when it comes to cheating and stuff. It can't be. Our thoughts create our reality. No. We gotta choose one. Our thoughts create your thoughts create your reality, but you can think about cheating all day and expect not to be cheated on. Ain't that your thoughts on your reality? Right? You thought, if I'm thinking poor all day, and I'm not listen, this is not me blaming anybody for anything. You all are grown people. The problem is we are walking around blind. We are walking around blind. Again, I ain't blaming nobody for nobody cheated on you, but I'm saying we have something, we have a part in this. Whether you accept it or not, we have a part in this. Nothing happens, a lot of times, things don't happen without your permission, and your permission is your thoughts. A lot of times, things don't happen without your permission. But I think that you all don't understand the power that you have. If I lay with my wife every night and in my mind I'm thinking about cheating. Cheating, cheating, cheating. After a while, my wife feels like cheating too. My wife just feels like something is off. Something feels weird. And so my thoughts is big enough that we share a life to join her reality. But we don't realize that. If all we can think about is cheating, 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 he's gonna cheat anyways, he's gonna cheat anyways, he's gonna cheat anyways, he's gonna cheat anyways, she's gonna cheat anyways, she's gonna cheat anyways, she's gonna cheat anyways. Shit. Yeah, you're right. It's true. They will. All I'm saying is this right here. All I'm saying is this right here. Be aware of your thoughts. That's what I'm saying. Be aware of your thoughts. And it's one of the hardest things. And since we can't control and be aware of our thoughts, we don't realize what our thoughts are doing. Our thoughts are giving us hell. They're causing our destruction. Don't you all see that? But I'm saying, I know that you are not going to agree with me because this is the wildest thing to say. Like, who would say this? Hey, the boom, 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 Empress. Who thinks that? If I think about being broke, why would I think, why would I be broke when brokenness comes? Do you know that you can think, do you understand that you can think the way how you carry your energy affects your kids? because they're in the same household? Do we believe that or not? Do we believe that? Hey teen, do we believe that? The way how you carry your energy affects your kids in your home? We believe that, right? Yeah. Why you don't think that it affects your partners too? It affects your partners too. You know what creates your energy the most? Your thoughts. Your thoughts create your more. We have kids now walking around here confused. We have kids walking around here needing therapy at the age of 5 and 6. We have kids walking around here with all kind of. Why? Because we don't understand. I'm affected each. Yeah, Kayla. I mean, facts. Saying no one's perfect isn't that the choice to not to do the no right or wrong. Saying no one's perfect isn't that a choice to not do what one knows is right or wrong? It's a choice. But we just like making excuses. No one is perfect. Of course. If your thoughts and your energy has, right? If your thoughts have enough has enough energy to affect your kids, it affects your partners too. This is why it's our responsibility to manage our thoughts. Nobody wants to do that. And so it's easier to blame the other person. It's you. Have you ever walked around, have you ever come in your house and have you ever been home when your husband and your wife walk in the house with an attitude, with an energy, and you felt it? You picked it up? You picked it up for real. You pick it up. You know exactly when they're annoying, right? You know exactly when they feel off. You know exactly when something is off. Why? Because you can pick it up. So thinking about cheating all the time online and something going wrong and somebody hurting you and somebody, you pushing the energy out. How come we don't understand that part? Why we don't understand that, in my house, I don't push the energy out. So that's why I'm shaped like a cheeseburger, because that's what I find myself thinking about. I had to realize, man, I had to realize in my marriage, I have to focus on my thoughts. Especially when my wife and me on the couch chilling. I can't be thinking a whole bunch of shit. I can't. Because one thing about women, one thing about women that we don't realize, hey, black butterfly, one thing about women that you all don't understand yet, or maybe you do, y'all can pick up that shit quick. Because that's what you all are. You are that type of intuitive nature. You can pick up a man's thoughts quick. You just don't realize it because your mind don't stop. So you don't even realize is his thought. You think it's yours. Thinking about cake. One thing that women do, women can pick up. Thank you for the heart me. Women can pick up some things now. Y'all can pick up some unseen things. And you all are women. You all know this. Somebody asked me one time, hey, if the world is somebody asked, not asked me, somebody had a video, and they asked, if the world is coming to an end and the world is in chaos, they ask a woman this. If the world is coming to an end and is in chaos, he said, if you wanted to go right and I wanted to go left, which way would you go? And she's like, well, it depends on if I'm married. No, that don't make no sense. But I got what she was saying. But he said, no. What if you wanted to go right and I wanted to go left, which way would you go? She said, I will go right. And he's like, see, that's why I gotta pop your bottle. I gotta pop your balloon. To be honest, I trust the woman's direction. Because you just know certain shit that I don't know. Seriously. But the thing is, you don't know how to use it to your advantage. You don't know how to use it to your advantage. We have the physical strength. We can move some shit. But you have the mental strength. And you have this intuitive mind, energy that you can figure out some things that you ain't got to move nothing for. You can figure out some stuff that you don't have to work hard. Men, we have to physically work hard because we can't figure certain things out. Do you get it? We come with muscles and strength and physical, and that we more mass so we can move some shit out of the way. And so if we go the wrong way, we're gonna deal with it. You pick up some. Nope. Let me go this way. And so you don't have to deal with that stuff because you have intuition. We don't have as well, naturally until we tapped into it. But now you are losing intuition and you're getting bigger and bigger. And stronger. Why? Because your intuition is weakened. Did I hurt somebody's feelings? Your intuition is weaker, so you have to physically become stronger. We've been told not to trust it. How many times did you tell your woman she's tripping? Now, I think sometimes that should be off. I think that should sometimes that should be off now. Because I think a lot of times you don't know when is your intuition from when is your hurt. Seriously. I think that's the challenge. Knowing if it's your intuition speaking or is your own past speaking. Because many of us can't tell the difference. Many of us, we can remember and feel the past so quick and the past speaking words. And I think that's what it is. Many of us don't know how to use the intuition. We don't know which is which. We don't understand which is which. And it's hard to figure it out, especially if you are not practicing it intentionally. Because to figure out your intuition, you have to do it, you have to use it intentionally. You have to allow your intuition to come on and follow it. And if you're wrong, okay, I remember this voice, and it comes on again and you follow it, okay, you see yourself, okay, that didn't work, so that's not that was my memory. You follow it again, you follow it again, you follow it. After a while, you know when it's speaking to you, but you have to go through some things, man. Right? You gotta do your thing. All right, T, and you be easy. But the thing is, I'm telling you, we don't know the difference. We don't know the difference. We don't know the difference at all. I think that's why it's a struggle. It's a huge struggle sometimes because I think we only know intuition is off when somebody is physically doing the same crap over and over and over and over and over. That's when we know. But intuition tells you when something is right too. Do we know that? Once again, hey, the alopecia bit. Your intuition sends you when is the right time, the right person, the right thing, the right situation. It tells you that too. It gives us the right. It tells us something that's hey, go here, but we don't miss. But we miss those parts. So physical strength versus intuition, one of the other, not both. So we can have both. We can definitely have both physical strength and intuition, but we have to practice both of them. We have to practice them both. I think a lot of times men don't practice the intuition because why? Because that ego stops it. The intuition is a softer reality. It's a trust. It's a knowing. And men, we don't tap into that intentionally because it's not a thing that we do. And so when a man understands the ability to tap into that power, a man can still be strong and still be intuitive. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a very powerful thing when you can know, when you can have both. And then after a while, you grow up and you realize you don't got to be strong for shit because you're not moving things anymore. You know, at a certain age, you don't have to be strong anymore. Because you realize oftentimes strength is fighting yourself. The reason why we got to be so strong is because we fight ourselves. We fight them, we fight them, we fight ourselves. We fight our thoughts, we fight our minds, right? We fight them, we fight. That's all the strength is for. And so at a certain point in your life, you realize you don't have to be strong anymore because there's no more fighting. What are you really fighting? You come to a point when you realize, what am I really fighting? Seriously, like, what am I really fighting? Yeah, Kayla, what am I really fighting? So you stop fighting and you become at peace. Because I'm telling you, you realize fighting is just you going against your intuition. Because why do we overthink? You overthink because your intuition is telling you this, but you don't like what it's telling you, right? You don't like what it's telling you. And since you don't like what it's telling you, you finding a way to go away from it. You finding a way to figure it out. You finding a way to adjust it so it matches what you like. And you're gonna think and think and think and think. And so that's the reason why we overthink so much, because you're fighting against what we know what we should do. We're fighting against our intuition, and we're fighting against what we know what we should do. You know how? Have you ever been in a situation, right? Have you ever been in a situation? Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew the truth? You knew exactly what to do, but your thoughts, since you didn't want to do it, your thoughts just stayed on all day, every day. Your thoughts just stayed on, trying to think about it, trying to figure it out, trying to understand why, trying to, go against it, trying to find a better way, trying to deal with it, trying to, well, maybe I shouldn't, but maybe I should learn how to incorporate it, or maybe, have you ever done it before? Because a lot of times, that's why we fight, that's why we got to be strong. But in all reality, if you have a beautiful intuitive mind, you don't have to be strong. Think about it. Because what is strength? What is strength? What are you strong for? What are you fighting somebody? Like, what are you doing? Fighting somebody? Intuition is God speaking to you. What are you doing? Fighting people? Punching people in their mouth? Are you moving big old blocks? You moving big old obstacles and big old goalposts, and you're not doing that. What is the strength for? Box, right? And so you realize at a certain point in your life, I'm 45 years old, and as a man, I don't have to be strong anymore. Strong for what? What am I being strong for? If I don't create it, the issue, I don't have to fix it. There is no strength anymore. But that's something that we're gonna have to learn on our own. But I'm saying, man, listen, but back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying, man. Back to what I was saying. If you're not attractive, you got to develop some things, because everybody's not physically attractive, and it's not a bad thing to not be physically attractive. You have to learn what else that you can bring. You have to learn to bring something else to the table. Okay, it's not going to be physically attraction. It's not going to be physical attraction, but it's going to be something else. It could be mental stimulation. It could be the way you speak. It could be your kindness. People are drawn to you for different reasons. JP, what's good, brother? How you doing? Yeah, you got a beautiful personality. And sometimes that's okay. Everybody, I watch this guy say, hey, listen, you can call me ugly. I don't mind being ugly. Because my mom taught me how to speak. I said, damn. I said, wait, say that again. He said, yeah, my mom taught me how to speak. Speaking is one of the most attractive things that women look for. And oftentimes, you want a man who learn to speak. Hey, Asked, how you doing? You want a man who can speak? All is well here, brother. Same here. You want a man who can learn, who can explain himself without, yeah, man. So what you doing? He can be as pretty as Lucifer was. Thank you, Linda. He could be as pretty as Lucifer. I think we have mouthpiece, right, 12? He could be as pretty as the morning star, but if he just, yeah. So what's up? Yo, shawty, yeah, what's good? You good? All right. What you doing? Nothing. All right, cool. So what you getting into? Nothing. All right, cool. Yeah, man. So what you doing later? Nothing. All right, cool. So what you think that you're doing tomorrow? Nothing. Cool. Cause she's already annoyed. So man, if the man is stunning but shallow. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Listen, she's already annoyed already, but she just want to say, okay, let me, because when a man is better looking, you give him more options, or you give him more. When he's good looking, you give him more chances, right? Hey, from ghetto to gated, it's me. It's me who? Hey, it's me. I hope it's me. But the more attractive he is the more chances that you give him to. I mean, let's be honest. Because if he's ugly, if he asks you what you're doing once, thank you, Shani. If he asks you what you're doing twice, you're done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm blocking. You be blocking people quick. Y'all be blocking people quick. Gone. Block. You keep asking me what you're doing. What you doing? But if he's good looking, you're annoyed because you're waiting. Maybe he might come around. Like a dumb owl. Maybe he might come around. Hey, Money Tree. Maybe he might come around soon. So you're gonna ask you what you're doing for 16 days, and one day you're gonna say, so Deontay, because them pretty boys' names have pretty names too. Them pretty boys have pretty names. It's a black game is strong. Making ugly, yeah. Well, real. So because I'm telling you, them pretty dudes have some pretty names. You don't see no pretty dude named Earl. Have you ever seen a pretty man whose name is Earl? You know what I mean? Or James? Have you ever seen a pretty dude name and his name was just Gerald? Right? Have you? You don't, right? Right, Beatrice? They be having Deontay and Keontae and I don't know what the hell these names were different though. I'm a blocker, can't stand a fella. Hey Julia, even if he looks good, not giving him another. I'm telling you. And so you have to learn. You have to be okay not being that physically attractive. It has to be okay. I think some of you mad that you're not as physically attractive, and then you look at those physically attractive people, and you get mad at those people, men and women, and you hate them. But there's more things to be than sexy. Do you know there are more things to be than sexy? You can do a lot more than sexy. I was telling my mom to block them. She don't listen to me. Block them losers, huh? There's so much more things you can do besides sexy. Man, you can learn different languages. You can learn spiritual stuff. You can look, man, when you start to, man, people find you attractive. People can be drawn to you. But if you always want to be pretty and sexy and handsome and showing your chest all the time on social media and showing your butt and you twerking and dancing and clapping and you turn it every day, you turn it around, you be on social media. Man, I be seeing them people on TikTok. Yeah, where the man at? The man in somebody's life who's half naked talking about, yeah. Oh man, turn around. Turn around. Turn to the side real quick. Turn to the side. You want me to turn to the side? Yeah. Turn to the side. Why you want me to turn to the side? Yeah, I just want to see you turn to the side. And everybody's like, yeah. Turn to the side. Right now? Yeah. Turn to the side. Just turn to the side. Fine. I don't want to turn to the side. Then she's going to turn around and pick up something off the ground. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And they're like, yeah. That's why the dudes at. What's up, D's? How we doing, man? That's what they at. Then some half-naked body. Hey, Michelle. Then somebody live who just in the camera smiling, looking at Lena, waiting for them to. Me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so hot in here. It's so hot. It's so hot. You see how hot it is? Oh, thank you. Me? No, stop it. It's so hot. I'm telling you, boy, they be in here doing it. I'm like, there's more things. There is literally 100 things you can do besides trying to be sexy. And I know you all be seeing it too. I know you all be seeing it. And I'll be like, man, turn to the side. I'll be like, yeah, okay. Turn to the side real quick. I'm going to just see before I go on to the next live. It's ridiculous. But then they want somebody to respect. I mean, it's very hard to respect that, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's very hard to respect that. It's very hard to respect that. Because if I did that, I wouldn't respect me. And so it's hard to respect you. It's me seeing you do that. I'm like, man. There is so many more things that you can do that people are drawn to naturally. Sometimes you might attract the one. And when you're attractive, right? Let's be honest, man. Sometimes when you're attractive, man, when you look good, people don't even like you for real. I'm just saying sometimes. People don't even like you for real. People just want to just touch you. Just want to touch your private parts. And so everybody want to be fine, but you don't understand that comes with a price. People be lying just to get what they want. When you're attractive, when the meat look fresh or the meat look attractive, people want to touch your 3 private areas. That's it. Anyhow they can. Anyhow they can. They always want to touch it. Let me test. Right? Just one touch. And you see a bunch of attractive people being single, just like the unattractive ones. Why? Because the attractive one don't trust nobody. Especially, it's like a man with money. Have you seen a man with money who don't trust nobody because he think everybody wants his money? Oh my God, here we go, another one. This is why you have to be balanced, man. You should do comedy. That's a compliment, man. It's good to make people laugh sometimes because, you can tell the truth in a softer way. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to bring humor to it because you can tell the truth in a, yeah, you say that hurts. But it's true. These days, you can't say no, only the ugly girls are single. Because everybody's single. Pretty, the one who's money, the one who's broke. Everybody looks the same from the outside. It's the same thing. This is why we have to be balanced. We got to be balanced, man. You got to grow everything together. I think many of us, especially women, If you grow your money before you grow your social skills, oh, you're gonna have a hard time when you rich and awkward. It's gonna be rough. If you grow, if you learn how to build your business and have all this money coming in and have all this money, you're gonna be a lonely person for a while because I'm telling you, that shit ain't easy. Because you don't trust nobody, you don't need nobody, you have all this security. I'm telling you, you have all this security. I don't trust, I don't want nobody coming in here. I don't want nobody who make less than me. I don't want nobody, and it becomes harder for you because we haven't grown at the same rate, financially, physically, emotionally, mentally. We haven't grown, and we grow one way, and everything else is there. We grow we grow one crop at a time. We grow one crop at a time. We grow our looks and our emotional shit is whack. Personality whack. Mindset whack. Spirituality whack. But physically, oh my. Then we grow our money. You look weird. You awkward. You socially awkward. It's just we grow one thing at a time. And I think that's why our biggest issue. Listen, when it comes to this right here, dating, when it comes to dating and relationship, it sucks when you get older. Dating, I think it sucks. I hear it all the time. I think it sucks because you don't even want people talking to you. You ain't got no patience. Why are you talking to me? He's like, have you ever been that person? You see, like them introverts. They want to be, yeah, Jen. You want to be invited, but you don't want to go. Do you know what I'm talking about? Some of you all, you want to, you're at a certain age. At this time of the night, it's 8:41. My wife talking about, let's go out. Go out where? 7:30. And this season, the night is already coming. The day's coming to an end. The day is getting a little dark outside. I know I'm a man and everything, but she talking, yeah, you want to go? Baby girl, you see outside? She's like, what's outside? It's getting dark. But the sun is still up. Yeah, but it's going to be down soon. That's late. You don't think that's late? No, that's not late. That is very late. That is very late. That's late. So at a certain, as we get to a certain stage in our lives that I want to be invited. Hey, Cedrica, I want to be invited, but I don't want to go. But if you don't invite me, I'm going to be mad and disappointed. If you don't invite me, I'm going to be hurt. But I'm not going to go if you invite me. But I'm just saying, it's just good to be invited. I'm telling you. It's just because it feels good to be invited. You're like, yeah, invite me. Like, why you didn't invite me? Because we know you're not going. But still, I would have maybe gone. Same thing with dating here. You want to date, but you don't feel like, you don't feel like being bothered. Shit, your phone will ring, you have anxiety. I gotta talk to this dude again. God damn. I gotta talk to them again. Your phone go off, somebody texts you. Oh, here you go, this text. Good morning, beautiful. Oh, shit. But yet, you wanted them to call you beautiful, but not too much. Because if you call you beautiful too much, you feel like they're using it too often, right? You want them to take you out, but not all the time. Just, oh my God. I don't want to be invited because I feel bad saying no. So I go, but I rather be invited. I'm telling you, man. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So dating is not a young people stuff. I mean, it's not an old people stuff. And I'm saying old, 40s and 50s. Yeah, you got to put the work in. I'll be saying it's late if asked to go somewhere after. Hell yeah, that's late. But that's late. You can't please us. It's annoying sometimes. I'm telling you, Monique. I met this kid. I met this guy in Estonia. A nice African guy. I met him in the gym. He's my age. Actually, he's one of my age. He's African guy, very fit African guy. I even took a video of me and him. And he's like, "Hey man, you wanna go somewhere? You wanna do something one of these nights?" I said, "Yeah, man." No, he said, "You wanna go get a drink sometime?" I said, "Yeah, man. Let's go get a drink, dude." No, I don't really drink. I'm not a drinker, right? I'm not a drinker. I could drink one beer. I have. Hey Tim, what's going on, brother? How we doing? I don't really drink. I have one drink in me. That's it. One drink, just one. After that, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the night. I'm a little dizzy. I'm talking about a light beer too. I'm talking about like a Michelob Ultra. Yeah, you all know what Michelob Ultra is? Them light beer with 95 calories. The low calorie. Some of them have 45. The low calorie beer. I have one. I got one in me. I can't take two because two give me a little. I can't drive home after two. I'm like, so Applebee's. I got one drink in me. So he like, hey man, let's go get a drink. I said, cool, man. Now I'm like, yeah. What time you want to go tonight, man? He said, hey, let's go at 9. I said, 9 what? This is the weekend. He said 9. 9 what? 9? You mean 9 to 9? He said, yeah. 9? Why are we going at 9? Why are we waiting so late to go to get a drink? The alcohol tastes different at night. I said, nah, that's kind of late, man. 9 o'clock. Ain't shit out there for me. You ain't putting me in no position to do something crazy. I said, but my wife and kids are home. He said, yeah, but 9 at night. You talking about night and PM? But on a Saturday, man. He said, yeah. What's wrong with that? I said, let's go a little earlier. How about 8? 8? 8? 8 p.m.? He said, dude, that's. I said, early for who? At 8 o'clock, I already made. Listen, at 8 o'clock, usually I'm in my sleep pajama. I'm in my little pajama set that my wife bought me. You know what I mean? Because I had locks then. I had my hair, my locks then. I already had my bonnet on my. I already have my bonnet on my head. Me and my daughter, cause she wears her bonnet at night, and we both laid on the couch with our bonnets. You know what I mean? Listen, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. in my jammies. Hey Kia, I said nah. He said for real, man. He said how about 6? I said man, listen, let's go 4. He said 4 what? I said 4 p.m. He said damn. I said 4 p.m. is nice. The sun is still out. I can see anything clearly. I ain't going nowhere at night. At night I can't drive anymore. You all at that age right now. At night you can't. I cannot drive at night. I'm not driving at night. I don't be knowing how dudes at my age be cheating at nighttime. How you cheat at night? I can't see nothing. I'm driving and I'm scared to death. Dude, I can't drive at night. At night I'm home. I ain't going out. If I go somewhere, my wife gotta take me. So if I cheat, she gotta take me. Hey, baby, drop me off here. I'm picking me up in a couple hours. I ain't driving tonight. Are you crazy? I don't know how dudes be my age and still driving to cheat. I can't. It's nighttime. Where am I going? Listen. If I'm cheating, I'm like, hey, listen. How about 12 tomorrow? Let's go lunch. We're not going dinner because I can't see. I can't see to get, ma'am. How you gonna be my age and still cheating at night? Hi, are you crazy? I said, dude, let's go at 4 p.m. He gonna be like, man, that's kind of early. I said, man, that's not early. That's not early at all. If I gotta cheat, she gotta take me out. But I'm serious. If I gotta cheat with my wife, she gotta take me at night because I can't meet you at night. You all think I'm joking, right? And at a certain age, especially when you're married, you ain't got no business out there anymore. At 9? You know what? You know who be out there at 9 o'clock? Crazy people. People who can't drive just like me. I ain't putting myself in that situation. My kids need me. It's Saturday night, 7:45, and I'm telling you, in bed, the freeze comes out at night. Listen, when I tell you all the truth, you all probably think I'm joking because I'm laughing. I don't mess at night. At nighttime, if darkness catch us on the road, me and my wife, and I'm driving, baby, let's switch. But Kirk, it's only 7:45. Let's switch. Because when the dark comes, it just comes. It just comes. And when it comes, I can't see. Hey, let's just switch before it gets dark. Because just in case it catches us on the road, I'm not driving. Stigmatism kicks in as soon as the sun goes down. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it sounds like I'm joking, right? No, that's right. Nothing out late. There's nothing out there, man. You're not damn thing out there but police. I ain't going to jail. I'm too thick. I'm not going to prison. I'm too thick. I'm thick, man. I'm solid. Thank you, May. Thank you. I ain't going to jail. I'm too thick. People gonna be like, oh, you're kind of thick. Nah. So I rather stay home. But I'm just saying. But seriously, man. But seriously, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying, man. Thank God I can drive at night, but only in familiar. Right. I can drive from here to Walmart. It's like 2 miles up the road because I know exactly where I'm going. I am 56 and on the way to get me some barbecue chicken. I just finished washing my house. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Do your thing. Do your thing. I go out late on that. I feel you. I mean, shit. You big phone. But nah, but seriously, man. Like, listen, there's so many things that we can be doing, man. Right? It's so many things that we can be. If you're not physically attractive, that's okay. You'll be mad and disappointed. God didn't make me attractive. Hey, Narcissa, how you doing? Long time no see. Where you been? Oh no, yeah, Narcissa, how you doing? The dresser. You're the dresser. You're the dresser. You be having some styles, girl. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, listen, thank you, Esther. Listen, y'all be mad because God didn't make you attractive. God didn't make you that attractive. So what? It's no big deal. He probably make you with the best voice. Have you ever seen somebody who's unattractive with a beautiful voice, and you don't understand? You ever see somebody who's not very attractive physically, but their voice is just. It's like, imagine a man who's not attractive, but he have the voice of James Earl Jones. James Mufasa. Hello. Oh, shit. You're not even looking on his face anymore. You're not even looking on his face anymore. You're like, oh, man, it doesn't matter what you look like. Say hello again. Hello. Oh, my God. Sometimes you bless in different ways. And now here, this man is good looking with a soft voice. Good looking as hell, pretty beautiful, tall, but he have a soft voice and his songs. Oh, and then you hear in Mufasa talk outside in public, and you're looking at your man, big old muscular, soft voice man, and you're like, I'll take the voice, because the voice would scare people. Serena, thank you, Narcissa. Keep making good decisions. Your family needs you. Indeed, facts, man, facts. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You never know who thinks you are attractive. That is true. Are you talking of your purpose in life? No. I'm just talking. What's going on, John Wayne? How we doing, brother? How we doing, man? You good? Now the voice got to match the body. Yeah, it's like, you smelling somebody walked past you smelling a beautiful cologne or perfume, and you look back and you're like, when you smell that cologne, it was a lie. It was a setup. You smell somebody smells so good, but it was shit. And they look at you too, and you share eye contact, but it was not what you think. So you turn your head really quick because the face didn't match the smell. Sometimes that happens too. Here's my point. Man. Here is my point. There's some. Hey, me good too, man. Here's my point, man. These days, you don't know what people really were looking for. You will never know. And some of you are already acting like everybody's the same. But the truth is, man, hey Sierra, you don't know what people are looking for weird things too. Some people looking at your feet. I never understood the part. I've been seeing people looking at feet. That's all they want is feet. That's weird. But to me, that's weird. But hey, if that's people want different things. Some people want big girls, some people want small girls. This is why you can't compete. You can't compare because there's no comparison. People want what they want. And if you don't like what you are or look like, you can fix it too. I mean, you can't fix your face. Right? I mean, sometimes you just can't fix your face. Do you believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder? I think beautiful. You know what I think beauty is? Beauty is a certain connection that you have with life. I think beauty is a connection. Hey, Rescued. Beauty is a connection. The more stronger the connection, the more beautiful that you see. Rescue, you like muscular? The more beautiful the connection, the more attractive somebody becomes. I don't think we're giving people a chance to build connections. I think we are connectionally challenged. I think we are connectionally challenged. It's not that that's a word, connectionally. But a lot of us are challenged when it comes to connection. And so we don't wait. We can't see people's beauty because we're only looking from the outside, or on the outside, oftentimes. So is beauty in eye of the beholder? Yes, it is. But I think you find somebody more attractive. Thank you, Dottie. I think you find somebody more attractive when the connection is stronger. Because when the connection is stronger, that person is the most beautiful person. You can know what they're talking about. You can smell how they're smelling everything. Nothing is off limits. Like you just feel so close to them. It's the connection that makes somebody really beautiful. Now, yes, they are physically beautiful people, attractive. But beauty is not so let me not sound corny when I say this. Beauty is not a physical thing. Beauty is a mental thing. Seriously, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, let me be honest now. Let me be serious. Beauty is a mental thing. It's not a physical thing. Because the most beautiful things are always cracked up. They come with lumps. Hey, blessed beauty. Hey, blessed beauty. They come with cracks and scrapes. The most beautiful things come with a whole bunch of marks. Seriously, like all jokes aside. Because beauty, one thing about beauty, beauty is not a physical thing. That's pretty. That's cute. That's physical. Hey, Mercedes, how you doing? Feeding your son's horses. Okay. But this is why you have to build connection. You know, I always thought my wife was cute. But it's when we build a connection is when I thought she was bad. We gotta build connection first. They be called in handsome, but I'm ugly as hell. I'm telling you, man. When you have a beautiful spirit too, you handsome. When you have a beautiful spirit, you graduate. Thank you, Narcissa. She really is naturally too. When you have a beautiful spirit, I think that becomes beautiful. Because you don't call everybody beautiful. Everybody's not beautiful. I mean, yes, they are. But you don't call people beautiful sometimes. You call them pretty. You call them handsome. You call them good looking. You call them fine. Hey, Star, right? We use those words, fine and attractive. But beautiful is like the whole thing. Hey, Miss Cindy, beautiful is like like damn, the way you smile. You can tell somebody's beauty buddy with a smile. Have you ever seen somebody smile and you realize that person, you can see their soul and they just, oh my God. And it's a man or a woman. Just beautiful. You know, the other day, man, listen, this is no, I ain't gonna lie, man. Don't take me the wrong way. This is no homosexual stuff. Because you know you gotta see these things these days because, hey, Kimberly, how you doing? I saw this dude drive by. I was driving to the gym and I told you all the story. He was driving and he was in his car. And when I passed that dude, this dude had one smile on his face. And I'm like, man, to see a black man smile like that, boy, that's a beautiful man. I was like, damn. He said, Maurice Chestnut? That man had the most, not saying he was the most beautiful smile, but he had the biggest smile, man. I'm like, damn. You don't see men smiling. like, you know, people, and some fool will ask, you must be gay to be smiling. No, you're not gay because you smile. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? Men who smile all the time is gay. No, it's not. It's not a gay thing or a straight thing. It's just when you see somebody smile, man, it's a beautiful thing. And when I saw that, you know, sometimes, man, you know what? I've been coaching this guy. I've been coaching this guy lately about his relationship, about the woman that he wants to be with. He said he means his platinum. I've been coaching this guy, and this guy is older than I am. Right? Hey, Mike, too. What are we doing? He's older than I am. And he'd been married before. But the thing is, indeed, Star, I agree. And I've been coaching him on how to win his lady back. And I told him, man, I said, listen, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Because, you know, as a man, you're afraid. I think as a man, you are afraid to look stupid to other men. I think that's one thing that men do. We are afraid to look stupid to other fellow men because men will talk trash all day. A man will dog you, don't they? Men will call you a simp. Men will call you all the time. Men are just mean, man. Especially doing the right thing. And he's like, sir, can you please tell me? Be honest. Do you think I'm doing too much? Do you think I shouldn't do this? Do you think is? I said, brother, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I said, 10 years ago, I would tell you that you were stupid. Be honest. I said, 10 years ago, I would tell you that you was stupid. I said, but the state of in my life, I tell you that you should go ahead and do it. I said, one thing that you have to do, you have to show up completely as you are. Just show up. Don't be afraid to show up. Yeah. However you are, show up that way. Don't worry about what you think. Let me tell you this. I think some men want to show up a certain way, but they are afraid. I realize from some of my clients, some men want to show up a certain way, but they are afraid. They're really afraid. 6 years in, Jamie, that's good. Wait, in what? And so I'm like, he said, Coach, I'm gonna ask you a question. I have some flowers that I want to bring on the first date. Should I bring it? Is that too much? Do you think? I said, brother, bring those flowers. And when you bring those flowers, but if this is who you are, please do it. And continue to do it too. I said, you show up who you are no matter what she is. No matter what she is, you show up who you are. No matter what she turns out to be, you still show up as you are. No matter if it doesn't work, you still show up as you are. No matter if you think that she's doing something, you still show up as you are. Because if you're not going to show up as you are, you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to be wasting your time. So why show up anyways? Why even show up? I said, I don't care what you think she might be doing, who you think she might. Show up. Show up being this, because it's easier to show up yourself. But when you got to force yourself to show up this way and that, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. And so you don't stop showing up how you are if you have to change the person. Okay, she doesn't like it. Let me keep showing up how I am, but with the person who appreciates it, she's gonna appreciate it. Seriously. That's what I've learned. I agree with that. I don't have a type. When I find someone who I vibe with and we understand each other on a different level, it's a beautiful thing. I agree. But I think a lot of men are afraid to show up because a lot of men will judge them and criticize them and call them ridiculous. Hey, Watkins, confidence? Yeah, I said, but the thing is, when I'm coaching this brother, and I'm like, man, he really don't know. I think we think that we are so different, but we are not, Kirk, I don't have time for all the truth bombs today. I need to be let down. I'm telling you, man, the thing is, the problem is we think that we are different from men and women, but we're not. We want the same thing. We want to be loved. We want to be taken. We want to be appreciated. And we want respect. I mean, yeah, we say men want respect. Women, you thrive on respect too. You do. You have to. There's no love without respect. But you just got to show up. But we're afraid to show up who we are because if I show up this way, he might play me. Listen, you show up being yourself, but you understand that everybody is not going to like the way how you show up. But that's their problem, not yours. So you show up anyways. Because a lot of you, man, you don't understand what you're doing when you don't show up. When you don't show up yourself, man, you lose out on good things sometimes. You lose out on good things because you have to understand everybody's not going to like you. You're not everybody, as you call it, cup of tea. Everybody is not going to like the way how you show up. But that's not your problem. That's not a big deal. When I show up here, indeed, respect is important. When I show up here, I realize I have to show up myself because I remember a while ago, when I used to come up here and crack jokes and people, you should be conscious. Why are you laughing? Why are you cracking jokes? I learned if I don't do that, I don't like myself. If I don't do that, I'm not really being authentic. And the people who gravitate to you is the one who gravitates to you. And it doesn't have to be everyone, but the ones who are going to gravitate to you is the ones who that's your tribe. That's just your tribe. That is just, and so I remember even Miranda, I was talking to Miranda, I said, Miranda, man, I don't think people like me when I crack jokes and laugh. She said, Kirk, that's their problem. Seriously. A few people tell me that too. Kirk, that's their problem. Show up how you are. I remember when I was a drill sergeant, man. When I was a drill sergeant, I thought I had to be always on a screw face, right? Because you all know I was a drill. You all know I retired military. When I was a drill sergeant, I watched those movies, man. Indeed, I watched those movies. Yeah, I watched those movies, and it was, the drill sergeant was always scary and fierce, and I was scared when I came up on orders to be a drill sergeant. Like me, a drill? I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing. It ain't gonna work. And so I was scared. I was very scared. I'm like, it's not gonna happen to me. I can't be a drill sergeant. Somebody said I could. And so I remember I spoke to one of my elders in the military. I spoke to him, and he was an infantryman. Always scary dude too, man. He was a very scary dude. When he raised his voice, the trees around the place died. I remember one day he yelled at us so hard, all the plants just died, just scared, just scared. And one day I said, "First son, can I talk to you?" He said, "Yeah, sure." Thank you, Kim. I said, "Can I talk to you?" He said, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" He said, "I said, first son, I just came on orders to be a drill, and I think I want to cancel that order. How can I cancel it?" He said, "Why you want to cancel it?" I said, "Because I'm not like you, right?" "What's up, John Blake? How you doing, man?" He said, "What do you mean you're not like me?" I said, "Because I'm not built for this. This is what you do. That's not what I do." He said, "Man, let me tell you right now." He said, "You will do so great at this." Hey, thank you, brother. He said, "You will do so much." He said, "You will do better than I did." He said, "I yelled and yelled and yelled and yelled, and I had to keep yelling. Why? Because I yelled so much that when I yelled, they didn't take me seriously. Nobody took me seriously. The soldiers didn't take me seriously. So I had to yell higher for them to know that I'm serious." He said, "But you speak in normal. This is how you speak. So when you speak, they don't know if you're serious or not. They don't know how quick they have. They don't know how many minutes or seconds they have from when you speak in your natural voice." He said, "You will do amazing." He said, "You don't need to be like me to be." Man, listen, when I learned that, man, I remember when I went there to school and I became a drill sergeant, man, my voice, I kept this look on me. I wanted to look mean, but it gave me a headache. For like 3 days, I went home with a headache every day. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Because you see, listen, I'm telling you straight up. When you join the military, hey, Renee, when you are a drill sergeant, you see the most dumbest thing that you'll ever see. You see adult people doing the most dumbest, childish crap, and you can't help but laugh. You will see, I just spoke about the guy who I coach, and he just texted me. Everything is going smoothly and nicely. Good, 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 good. What the heck was I saying? Damn, a text just. I went home every day with headaches. Every day I got a headache, man. I'm like, having a screw face, being a drill sergeant, just. But they do some stupid things that you can't help but laugh. I remember one day, one of my battle buddies told somebody, "Hey, listen, I need you all to go upstairs. I got 30 minutes. I need you all to strip and mop the floor. Strip and mop the floor." And you would assume, being an adult, it means we have a stripper, they're stripping and the buffer, right? In the bay. And you would assume that they thought you mean go go upstairs, take the buffer, strip the floor, and then mop it. You went upstairs and these guys are naked, mopping the floor. And if you go up there as a drill sergeant and you don't laugh, it is insane to not have laughter in your heart. If you go up there and you see that, as annoyed as you are, but if you ain't kicking, oh, you just can't help. Man, listen, one day I was with just, you see how listen, we picked up some soldiers one day. All jokes aside, we picked up some soldiers one day. And, of course, we're drill sergeants. We have the big ass hat on. See my hat up there? We had that, see my hat right there, by the way? You want to see my hat? See my hat right there? Yeah, my hat, boy. That's a drill sergeant hat right there, boy. Hey, you have that hat, and that hat represents authority, and the hat represents, that discipline, that power, right? That's what the hat represents. And so a lot of people challenge you with the hat on, right? Yeah, yeah. And so we picked up some soldiers, and me and my battle buddy, we having our soldiers, lay out their stuff, and right, they're laying out their stuff, and this little one soldier, female, is looking at me. Now I ask this questions I ask the same question every single time that we pick up soldiers, because you want to scare them. I'm like, "Private, what are you looking at, Private? Why are you looking at me, Private? Do you think I'm cute?" And I wasn't expecting her answer, because everybody has said, "No, drill sergeant," right? That's what you expected. This damn girl. I said, "Private, do you think I'm cute?" She said, "Yes, drill sergeant." So I just stopped. I turned around. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't say anything. I don't know what I froze. And everybody heard it. And my battle buddy, my other drill sergeant, looked at me and shook his head, and he turned around too. Because we were both, I was like, oh shit, what do you say? What do you say? And so if you experience those things and you don't laugh every day, I was hurt, but I don't know how to take it. I'm like, so the other drill sergeants heard about it and heard I froze and laughing at me, but you don't know what to say. But listen though, the thing about it is that when I learned to put my entire personality inside doing what I do, when I learned to bring myself and do exactly what I do, is when I became the best drill sergeant. I literally became the best drill instructor because I was humorous, I was serious, I was effective, I cared, I give respect. And so I became a very effective, not one of the yelling one, always yelling, Miss America, how you doing? Right? Not one of the more annoying, obnoxious. I became very effective. And even now, my soldiers who I train in basic training still hit me up. Call me Drisson still. But yeah, no, you can't say thank you respectfully. No, you can't say thank you. Not in that setting. Not in that setting. You you can't say thank you in that setting. Because that's a scary setting to be in. You just change the subject. But when you dating, man, when you in a relationship, when you dating, you show up who you are. Everybody afraid to show up who they are because everybody afraid to get taken advantage of. Everybody afraid to be taken advantage of. No, I didn't marry her. You don't marry people. You don't date people that you train. You don't date people that you train. You know, you don't mess with people that you train. You get in trouble. You go to jail. Matter of fact, the military, if you mess with a soldier that is in basic training, you go straight to jail. You can't even play with them people. If you try to date a soldier who you train, oh, you go jail. Them jokers ain't playing. You know how many drill songs, when I was a drill song, get caught up into that stuff? And let me tell you this, right? Let me be honest. It be some beautiful little people, young people, beautiful, and they be looking at you. I remember one day one of them was gonna graduate, and she like, drill song, I just want you to drill me. So I had to turn around. And walk away because I didn't have a comeback. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Right after high school, indeed. I had to turn around and walk away. And I had to take one of my female drill sergeants. Drill sergeant, this soldier just told me she want me to drill her. And see, women drill sergeant tear those females up. We really can't because I don't know. I don't want to do that because I don't cuss neither. So it don't make sense me yelling at you and not cussing. But they be cussing. And so, you know what? Hell, my wife was one too. See my wife right behind there? My wife was one too. She bad. She was the most scariest one. See her right there? That's my wife right there, man. She was a drill too. She been doing her thing. She did her thing for a long time. The chick was bad. Look at this. Just look at this. She ain't smiling. Yo, I think she's soft and I think everybody thinks that my wife is so soft and quiet and scared. My wife ain't scared of y'all. My wife is just quiet. She just don't talk much. She just don't talk much, man. That face look innocent. But yeah, man. But listen, all I'm saying is right here. I think now, these days, man, people, I don't know, you know, we say people not looking for anything seriously. Thank you, Mercedes. Do they go to jail for attempting to mess with a sergeant? No. It's like the army look at them as kids, right? The army look at them as kids. And so, you know, we have influence. And so that's why if you have influence over someone, over their life or their choices, you can't mess with them. And so now in the military, you could only mess with certain ranks. You can't mess with nobody who is not, you know, you can't mess with those lower ranking people if you are upper, you know, a sergeant or something. You can't because you will get yourself demoted. You get yourself caught up in some mess. So you have to be very careful, man. Have to see your wife going in on folks. Ah, that's funny, man. She seems so sweet. I just can't picture it. You know, she is not sweet. My wife ain't sweet. She's quiet. She's not sweet. She's very quiet. She's not sweet, but she's quiet. She just don't talk a lot. But she's not. And so when she spoke, see, when before she became a drill sergeant, she was scared because she doesn't speak much. She still don't speak much. And so she was scared. Kirk, I don't think it's for me. I said, listen, if you want your career to go further, take that path. She said, but what do you mean? Why can't I just do what I'm doing right now? I said, because that don't help you. You have to show the military that you have different types of skills. Like in the military, you have to show your skills. You have to separate from your peers. Like seriously. I mean, people don't understand this. And I think that's how you can, go farther than your peers. But you have to show the military that you can be in your job, but you can do something different. And you can do something different. And then you can come back to your job and still be effective. And so when I mentored my wife, I said, listen, if you want to get to the next step, you have to do this. You have to be a drill. She said, but you hear my voice? And I think I was scared too because her voice is so little. Right? Her voice was so little. I'm like, I can't hear you. My daughter has the same damn voice. I don't understand what you were saying. I can't hear you. Speak up. She said, but people are going to laugh at me. I said, no, people are not going to laugh at you. I said, as a matter of fact, I give her the same spill that I got when I became a drill sergeant. And I was lying too. I was lying my ass off too, boy. Jamie, I was lying too because I didn't know she was going to be good. I was hoping that she would be good. I said, you're going to be the best. I don't know. I was lying. I had no idea. I hope she passed. But she was so quiet as a drill sergeant that when she spoke, shit got done instantly. As a matter of fact, she became the senior drill sergeant. She controlled the other drill sergeants. She was the one above all the other drill sergeants. And so she was a senior drill. So when she came to you to talk to you, it was hell. And so she didn't speak much, but when she did speak, people were scared to death. And that's what it is. And it's all about mastering. You have to master your skill. I think we think that whatever you have is your punishment. No, you have to learn to use what you have. Like you learn to use what you have. Because if you are a quiet person, sometimes be quiet. It's not bad to be quiet. But when you speak, I bet you will be heard. When you do speak, I bet you will be heard. So she used that for her advantage. And when she mastered the drill sergeant, when she finished doing that, she mastered a different place. And then she got promoted. She got promoted twice. And now she's going to get the next promotion. You have to master your stuff, man. We look at certain things as weird and stuff, but you have to and if you understand dating, it's the same crap with dating. You master what you're strong at. You gotta master what you are strong at. And people will want to be, folks will want to be into you. They want to be close to you. Why? Because you master. Nobody is good in all areas. But I'm telling you, man, you gotta show up being yourself. You gotta show up being yourself, man. I think these days nobody want to show up. People just want to come and feel your private parts, share your support. Yeah, Jimmy. Well, I wanted her to make more money too, so we could help make more money. But yeah, I think people just want to touch your private parts and stuff, and they don't really care about the product. They just want to touch your private parts and go home and feel nice. Oh, I touch your private parts. I touch his private parts. But I think we both equally. Do you use drill sergeant tactics with your kids? Oh hell yeah, she does more than I do though. She does more than I do. But yeah, it works. When you have that understanding about how people work, because drill sergeant would teach you how people work. It shows you leadership abilities that you never think that you had. And when you can see 60 young bodies, young people following you, it teaches you that it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. And so when I became a drill sergeant, I had to lead by the example. Only by the example. As a matter of fact, I think that gave me some skills that I use in my personal life. You lead by example. So even in my family, my kids see me do everything that I ask them to do. My wife sees me do everything that I ask her to do. She sees me do everything. So I lead by the example. I become the example first. As a soldier, you have to be the example. As a leader in the military, you have to be the example. You have to learn to get your hands dirty just like your soldiers do. You have to learn to be dirty just like them. You can't be all clean and stuff when they're dirty. It doesn't work like that. And when it comes to relationships and being a father and being a leader in your household, you have to lead by example. You have to do the things that you said that you want them to do too. You have to do it first. You have to show them that you are capable, you understand it, and they feel more comfortable doing it when you do it. But if you just barking commands and you don't smoke but you smoking, right? You know, don't smoke but you smoking, don't cuss but you cussing all over the place. F this, F that, and you cussing but don't cuss. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work. And so I have learned, shoot. I remember one day, man, I was asking a question. I had to figure out. The question was, why does my soldiers, at one season, why is my soldiers always playing in formation? Why are they always playing? Then I realized it's because of me. I realized, man, sometimes in formation, the whole place is quiet. Everybody's waiting for the next command. You have 240 soldiers on the drill pad waiting, and here I come. Because I'm the senior drill. I was a senior drill, here I come. Cracking some stupid joke, everybody laughing. And so I realized I was the problem. Because I just can't not see you laughing. So here I am coming with some stupid thing. Everybody just bust out laughing. And that was just me naturally. And none other drill sergeants can do it. It's just, that was my personality. It was what I do. I love doing it. But then I realized, okay, it's a time to be serious. So I can't bring that joke and stuff in times of seriousness. So I had to learn how to control my behaviors. Shut up, Kirk. Shut up. Right? And so I had to learn that too. So it taught me so much. You have to be the example that you expect people to follow. And I think I brought that to relationships. I brought that to my marriage. I brought that to my kids, to my family. And I think it's just easier to just be fully. When you show up fully. I don't care if you're afraid to get played, if you're afraid to get used. That's just a fear. You show up fully. When you go to work, you show up fully. When you go out, you show up fully. If you're not showing up fully, don't go. You're wasting your time. Hey, Generous, how you doing? You're wasting your time. But I'm telling you, one of the biggest things that I've learned, man, when it comes to my wife, I know I show up fully. I show up fully. And when she sees the full me, she can say if she likes it or not. If she don't like it, she can get the hell out. Hey, Sin Love. Seriously, if you like it or not, I'm not going to stop being fully me. So if you don't like it, please, leave. Some of you stop being your full you to keep somebody. You won't feel comfortable. This when they leave anyways, you're gonna start over, you're gonna start working out again. Because you gain 17 inches on your stomach because you stopped being you. You got to go back to school. You got to start reading again because you stopped reading now. You're ignorant. You became slow. Right? You got to start doing this and you got to start doing that. Why? Because you stopped being you. And, in relationships, you can't stop being you. Because they liked you that way. A lot of us stop being us. You become dead. Seriously. Genuine now. People pleasing made my body. I'm telling you. Yeah, Trish. When we get in relationships, there's no better time to grow than in a relationship. There is no better time. Hey, Miss Classy, there's no better time than to grow. Everybody think that they get in relationships and dating and they start to, everybody leave a relationship, I gotta do better. I gotta start going back to the gym. Why do we stop doing those things? Why do we stop taking care of ourselves? Why do we stop investing in education and knowledge and reading? Why do we stop? Why? Do you know why we stop? Why do we stop? Because you're wasting your time. And that's why people will leave you because we become so... it's like we dry up, man. We dry up. You just get boring and you get numb, putting people before ourselves. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I put my wife before myself. I put my kids before myself. But I realize myself is never far in the back. Myself is all. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I learned to balance. It's a balance, man. You gotta learn to balance this stuff, right? You gotta learn to balance. There's a time that you put her first, but there's a time that she puts you first too. Seriously, there's a time that you put your kids first, but there's a time that you put their asses in the back. Go in the back and sit down. See, people put their kids first all the time. That's a problem. Because that's a damn problem. You can't put your kids first all the damn time. Because they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Them little bastards gonna be okay. They don't show up fully. Is that cause they aren't ready or they just don't like them like that? You know what? Maybe they're ready, but they're scared. I'm also talking about other family members. Okay, I got you. Maybe they show up half of their way because they're scared. They're scared to get rejected. They're scared that people are gonna take advantage of them. Because we start building our homes and other people. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. But you have to know, put in your and wives. If I put my wife first, people say that's a bad thing. If a wife put her husband first, people say that it's a bad thing. It's a balance. There's nothing without balance. I think we don't find a balance. Somebody asks who eats first, the kids. Have you ever heard those stupid things? Who eats first, the kids or the husband? Or wife, who do you love more? Who's your first one? Who do you love first? Is your husband first or your kids first? Stupid ass questions. I hate those stupid questions. They're stupid questions. Why? It's a balance. You don't love people more or less. It's a balance. It's just a balance. Landlord was beside me tonight. Didn't say hello. Scared what people might say. I hear you, man. Hey, Pris, how you doing? It's just a balance, man. We have to learn to balance. So I put my wife first. I don't mind putting her first, but I know I'm bad as hell. And so I'm not scared. But even though I put her first, I'm still doing my thing. I'm still working out. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still eating right. I'm still healthy. I'm still practicing my stuff. I'm still having my tribe right here. See my tribe right here? I'm still having my tribe. I'm still doing my thing. So putting her first don't really change anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't take away from me. Because I have enough for both of us. We have to understand we got to stop being so scared to lose ourselves. Why do we keep losing ourselves for? We got to stop being so afraid to lose ourselves. And some of us, if you have yourself, you won't lose it. You can let yourself be indulged in things. You can be deep into things and you without losing yourself. But I think we can be deep into relationship without losing ourselves. We can be deep into a marriage without losing ourselves. Why do we keep losing ourselves? Where you keep going? Where the hell are you going anyway? So to keep losing yourself? Why you keep going missing? Like seriously, what are you doing to keep losing yourself? Where are you going? Where are you going? At the bottom of the ocean? How do you lose? How do you give somebody too much? Fear. But fear of what? Fear of what? If we giving people based on fear, then we're gonna give too much. We're gonna give what we don't have. We're gonna go in debt. In debt. Thank you, Random Thoughts. Thank you so much. It's good to see you on here. I ain't seen you in the past couple of days. How you been? Feel with the right person, you won't lose ourselves. I don't think it's right or wrong people. I think with any people, I think if you learn self-control, seriously, right? I think if you learn self-control, I think everything that we go through is to teach us self-love, self-control, self-respect. I think it's to show us. It's not right or wrong. I don't think it's a right or wrong. Is my wife the right one? I don't think she's the right one. Right? I never thought she was the right one. As a matter of fact, I think people asked her that question about me. She said it's not about being the right one. Because it's just one. And if you wanted to work with that one, you'd make it work. If two of us want to make it work, it's gonna work. If we want to make this shit work, it's gonna work. It don't have to be there's no right one. Or I really don't believe in a right one. I don't think there's a right one. There's no such thing as a right one. I think if both of us want it to work, it's gonna work. Explain, scared. It doesn't make sense to me. If I want it, I'll push past the fear. Well, that's what it is. But everybody don't think like that. Sometimes fear cripples people. Fear cripples people. A lot of us are crippled by fear. We're afraid to go to school. We're afraid to work out. We're afraid to get better. We're afraid to do this. We're afraid to work. We're afraid to... fear cripples a lot of people. Yeah, Mercedes. I don't believe it's the right one. And so I don't think my wife is the right one. And by the way, as you guys know, the things that I can say in front of you guys is what I can say in front of my wife. So please don't think it's because she's not here. And she's right outside, by the way. So don't think that I'm saying these things because she's not here. You will hear me say, I'm a very open guy. I don't really have to come on here and act for you guys. I don't feel like I have to. I think that you guys already have an idea of who I am already. So you all know I'm not really just saying things just because I want to say things. You know what I mean? In this scenario, some people will let you lose yourself because it benefits them. Right. Some people, right. And I agree with you. But it is not their responsibility. Holding on to yourself is your responsibility because you never know what some people want sometimes. You never know what's their intent. You never know what their desires are. And so me losing myself because I'm in a strange place. I haven't lost myself. I don't like where I'm at. But you haven't lost yourself. You just don't like where you're at. Sometimes you drive in your car and you go through a little scary spot, a little ghetto. You don't like where you are, so you get out of there, right? You just keep driving. You go a little faster. You put your windows up and so sometimes we end up in different locations than we think that we would. But you haven't lost yourself. But this is when we have to learn to hold on to ourselves. And you know how we learn? Do you know how we learn to hold on to yourself? By keep doing the things that not make you happy, but that builds you. Because you never stop building. You never stop building. And you build yourself. One thing that I do for me to build myself while I have raggedy kids, right? And by the way, my kids are not raggedy. They are very good kids. Me having kids and family that I put above myself, before myself, and I have a wife that I put above or before myself. But you know what I do? Even though I'm putting them before myself, I'm meditating, I'm reading, I'm working out, I'm working, I'm having my finances, I'm having my health, I'm having this, I'm doing that. Listen, you gotta find the balance, man. You gotta find the balance. Yes, I'm putting them first. They come first. I will give you first. But damn it, I know for a fact, after I give it to you, you're gonna stop. Or you're gonna calm down, or you're gonna sit your ass down, you're gonna go to bed. And when you go to school, go to bed, go to work, I got all the time in this world. I'm not tired because now is my time. And so you gotta find that balance. But to be honest, I don't think my wife is the right one. But damn it, I don't know that she's not. And so I treat her as she is such. I treat her as I love her like she is such. Right? I behave like she is such. I speak to her like she is such. I show her that she is such. Do I know? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. And so, because there's no right or wrong one. It's just, if you want something to work, it's going to work. Two shall become one. If you want it to work, it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. But I think relationship these days, the reason why it's so hard is because one wants to go and one wants to stay. You have to choose that daily. Daily. It just shows that they have no care or concern for you. If they remotely cared about you, then they wouldn't want you to do that. So if they continue to watch you wither away, they aren't worth it. I agree. I definitely agree. Wait, what did I just say before that? I forgot. My landlord was acting as I was not normal, and it hurts because I did. I don't deserve that treatment. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Neil, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. You good though? There's a wrong one if they don't try, and it's the wrong one. I don't think it's the wrong one. I think it just doesn't fit. I don't believe in wrong or right people. I think everybody's not gonna fit the same or feel the same. Just because your shoes don't feel or you don't like it the same and it doesn't feel the same on your foot, that doesn't mean it's the wrong shoe. It means it might hurt your toe. That means you gotta, change the shoe out, get another shoe. It's not his wrong one. It's just sometimes ain't for you. And yes, that can be said that it's the wrong one. But when it comes to people, I don't think people are the wrong ones. I think people bring out what we are. I think people bring out sometimes and show us what we are. And I think after you see what you are and you keep holding on to those same people and you keep showing them who you are and you keep holding on to them, I think when you figure out who you are, it's time to let people gonna be moved on. I mean, I think we just don't want to move on from people, even though they're bringing out the parts of us that we're not really trying to fix. And I think when we fix those parts of us that those people are draining or attached to, when we fix those parts, that person will have no need in our life. But I don't think it's a wrong person if they're showing you the right things inside of you. What if that person is showing you the right things inside of you that you need to get rid of? Right? I mean, what if the person is showing you the right things inside of you that you need to get rid of? Shit. Is it still the wrong one? You know, if I take a laxative and the laxative brings out a whole bunch of poop out of my stomach, did I take the wrong thing? No, I probably took the right thing. It brings out the bright parts. It brings out what needed to come out. Things that were stuck. People hold on to themselves because of pride. Indeed. One is the one that will try. You know, sometimes hey, listen, people are afraid to get hurt. You know, a lot of people right now are afraid to get hurt and nobody wants to try. Everybody, you know why dating is so hard now? Especially as you get older. You know why it's so hard? Because you only want to try a little bit. Because you don't want to try fully. Because if you try fully and they waste your time, then you're going to be annoyed. And a lot of people don't try. A lot of folks don't try. They try only a small way. They don't try. They're too quick to give up, man. Help me get... Yeah, Chastity. I think a lot of people don't really try. They only give a little bit of effort. And then they're just ready to just... Because, no, you know, patience is done. Us, my generation, us. Who's in their 40s and above? Anybody? I know some of y'all are older than I am. But if they don't do it, then it's wrong. I don't believe in right or wrong, but I get it. I don't believe in right or wrong. It's just some things is and some things ain't. See, I know. I know some of y'all are grown. Yeah, here you go. Chestney, sometimes I don't believe that you're 48, but 52, 47. Listen, when you my age, dating and when you our age, I'm 45. Dating, just okay. I got you. Dating just ain't. You know, ain't nobody have no patience, man. You are patient. You are ready to fight people quick. Happy birthday, blessed beauty. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. You ready to fight? Miss America, you 49? Why I thought you was younger than me. Miss America, I thought you was like in your 30s, maybe late 30s. Why did I think that? I knew you was 49. 49. Oh, man, listen. You I want to, you know, when somebody when you're in that age group, you ain't playing with nobody no more, huh? No more playing for you, man. You ain't playing. You don't want to play. You don't want nobody playing around you. You don't feel like nobody. It's like you have been played out. And the dating is just seems so like work. You know, when you ain't playing no more, dating is work. Ain't nobody got time. You fight somebody quick, punch somebody in the mouth. I told her I ain't playing with you. You ready to fight? That's it. And so man, it's like, God, hold on now. You gotta play. You know what I think is a very attractive thing? A playful spirit. But that's for me though. A playful spirit. I think that's very attractive. I think y'all didn't play no more, boy. Y'all ready to punch somebody in the mouth. You said the wrong thing. Hey, Jackie, you said the wrong thing. You ready to... A man don't call... You know why men... Man, listen. Poor men, they don't know what to do these days. They don't know what to do. They're so confused. They call you beautiful, they're wrong. They don't call you beautiful, they're wrong. They set a date, it's the wrong date. They set a date, it's the wrong place. It's the wrong time. They ask you out, men scared. Men, they approach you, why you approach me? They don't approach you, how come you don't approach me? They open the door for you, why you open the door? Men are like, shit. You know what, let me just go home. It's 9 o'clock anyways. I should be in bed. Men ain't doing it no more. When you get a certain age, you don't feel like, you just don't feel like, you know that stage. Is anybody at that stage? I just don't feel like. Anybody at the stage right now? It's corny out there. Hey, listen. I just don't feel like. Hey, Belly, what's good? A lot of you all at that stage. It's called menopause. A lot of you all at that stage. I don't feel like stage. I don't feel like. Yeah, I don't feel like. You know what? I don't feel like. I mean, I could, but I just don't feel like. I mean, I would, but I just don't feel like. Yeah, I can see myself with a man and with a husband, but I just don't feel like being bothered. I can see I can go on a date. I just don't feel like messing with these people. I can go out, but I just don't feel like messing with these people around me. They're loud. You are the I don't feel like stage. A lot of you are at that I don't feel like stage, and I think it's effing with you all because you all will give up great people because you don't feel like. You just don't feel like. I'm telling you, you just don't feel like. I think when you pass 40, you just don't feel like it anymore. And you're just like, shit. But you gotta break past that part. When you've been single for a long time, right? That's a curse. It's not the singleness is a curse, but to try again is hell. I have those days too. As for me, I'm not menopause age yet. Listen, when you took a while from dating, has anybody ever, okay, let me ask you the question. Has anybody here been single for more than 3 years? Yeah. I can see myself with my cat. They cuddle and don't leave whiskers. Has anybody been single for more than 3 years? Renee said yes. Jackie said yes. Pay a great price for single right now. Damn. Yes, damn. So for more than 3 years. Mercedes has been 15 years. Oh, Lord. So listen, here's the deal. 3 years, absolutely by choice. 3 years, me and now I'm married. Okay, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Jen said yes. 1.5 years, Chestney. Chestney, you ain't, yeah, okay, close. I'm going to tell you all, if you've been longer than 3 years, it's okay. You, listen. Hey, Mangwane, how you doing? 3 a.m. African time? Good to see you. I feel like my life is cursed. I can't keep a man. My kids don't listen, and my landlord abuse. God damn. Jesus. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whole lot, Royal. That's a whole different level of singleness for 3 years. Just done with getting cheated on. If you've been single for more than 3 years, listen, like, get a nice cat. I saw a nice cat, black, big old fluffy cat. I saw a nice cat online today. I had to show my wife. I said, look at this cat. My daughter, get a nice, thick, fluffy cat. And get 2 of them. Because, listen, if you been single for that long, 3 years, Lord have mercy. It doesn't mean that you can't have nobody, but what it means is that your mind is like, I don't feel like. Once you get comfortable being single, you might as well just buy a cat. A nice little fluffy cat. Just a fluffy, big old African or Canadian or Australian cat. And make it like get a kangaroo. Get a kangaroo. Get a kangaroo. A nice kangaroo with a pouch. And you can hide things in there and you can go in there, the pouch, and you can play in there, right? You can. And we say it's by choice. Understand, it's not by choice anymore. It's not by choice. I mean, we say it's by choice. But after a while, it's not by choice anymore. Scared to death. Anxiety is building. Everybody's gonna cheat. Everybody's gonna lie. Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. There is no one in this world that finds the right opportunity, the perfect opportunity, and say, nah, I'm okay. I don't want it. Nobody. There's nobody that has the right, perfect opportunity comes and say, nah, I know it's the perfect opportunity, but nah, F that. I don't want it. Nobody do it. And so it's not by choice. Scared to death. Once you've been single, once you've been off the horse for about 3 years, you can go back on because you remember how it felt to drop on your ass. When you've been riding that horse after 3 years, if you've been off that horse for 3 years, you remember the pain only. Tell me I'm lying. You remember the struggle only. Once in a while, you're like, oh my God, we had good sex. Right? Yeah. Oh my God, we had good sex, but oh, it was not worth it. He lied. He cheat. All them ugly parts come to your memory. Oh, because you remember, like, you see, like when you fell off the horse, and you hurt your ass cheek. You ever fell on your ass? Have you ever fell on your ass, man? Man, if you fell on your ass from a little distance, that takes everything out of you. Your ass just feels helpless. I got struck by lightning in my ass, and that feeling was the worst. I thought my ass was gone. Listen, if you ever fell on your ass and you felt that pain in your ass, and your ass is just so, it's just open, right? It's just right there. So if you fall in your ass, you can't walk, you can't sit, right? You can't sit. You walk fast, it hurts. You walk slow, it hurts. You stand up straight, it hurts. It's like diarrhea. Listen, you remember the pain of that ass when you fell off. And so if you ever fell on your ass before, do you remember the pain? And I think if you didn't go back on the horse for 3 years, that pain stays on your mind. And so you're not going back on the horse. After 3 years, you don't ride again. I promise you don't ride again. Because now you have anxiety. Yeah, you have anxiety, you scared to death. So you don't, I don't even like horses. It gotta be a baby horse. Let me get a baby horse. It's numb. Yeah, let me get a baby horse. A little baby one. How much that cost? The bone hurts too. I fell on my ass one time too. I fell on my ass when I think I broke my tailbone when I was like 7. I fell on my ass, and that hurts. And then I got struck by lightning in my ass. And I don't know why. Maybe it was something. It was 2 times in my life where my ass hurt. When I fell on, I broke my tailbone, and when lightning struck me in my ass, I felt like my ass cheek, my ass cheek, was. I think one of my ass cheek was gone. I think my ass cheek disappeared. Ah! And when your ass cheek is gone, you can't walk anymore. When your ass cheek is on fire, something is off. You feel weird. When I had a car wreck, my dad made me get back in the same. Yeah, said I don't. This is the deep right. You said when I had my car wreck, my dad made me get back in a car the same day. Said if I don't go, I'll never drive again. Best thing he ever did. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the same mental game it plays. It plays a mental, because if not, it controls. It controls it. If you stay too long from getting in a car again, you're done. Anxiety builds. And so many of you think that you're single by choice. It ain't by choice. It's not by choice. You ain't single by choice. You're single by lack of patience. You're single by a lack of compromising. You ain't compromising shit, are you? You ain't compromising shit no more. Oh, hell no. You ain't compromising shit no more. Oh, you don't like this? You don't like this? Kiss my ass. That you quick. You tell somebody to kiss your ass quick. You know how many people waited in line to kiss your ass right now? A lot of people. You are so ready to tell people kiss my ass. Quick, as soon as you can tell, kiss my ass. What? We too old to be telling people kiss our ass, man. Just know what I want now. It's not to play games. I mean, I feel you. Single by comfortability. Superior, right? Hey, first, don't bring old baggage into new. Indeed, facts and facts. But I'm telling you, man, a lot of folks, when you stay off the horse for so long, and listen. Wait, we have a whole conversation going on here. Somebody said he's broke. What should I do? Hold on, I missed something. Somebody said, he's broke. What must I do? You should get a job. Hey, Bella Rose, if he's broke, you should work. These days, both of us gotta work. These days, we both gotta work now, because that shit a man working by himself now, he ain't working no more. I forgot what I was saying. Fell on my skates and had a nasty sprain. I made myself get back up on the skates too. I'm telling you, you have to face the fear. If you've been single for a long time, man, I'm telling you, like you don't even want to have sex anymore. I mean, you know, you want to do it, but you don't want to do it because you know when you've been celibate for 2 weeks. when, when you've been celibate for 2 weeks, that person gotta be special. You went it 2 weeks long without no sex. Oh no, the next person, shoot. Oh hell no. You celibate. You've been selling a bit for a long time. You selling bits and pieces. You ain't getting nothing. When you've been single for a while, right? When you've been single for 5, 6 years, listen, it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But don't stress yourself out. Don't date people and you have no patience. You ready to just walk off as soon as he tell you what you're doing one time. I hate what you're doing. You don't do it. Just leave them alone. Because you know you'll be tripping too. When you've been single for that long, you start making meals for one. You start making meals. You come to your house to eat. You have one serving of rice. Especially for us whose kids are gone. You know, like when your kids are gone. You know what I'm talking about. You know, some of you have you, your kids gone, and you are laughing because you understand it. Your kids being gone for a while, right? And you dating. You 51 years old. You dating. You meet a man. Now you gotta cook 2 cups of rice. Hold on now. I don't remember how to cook 2 cups of rice. I don't know how much salt I gotta put in the rice. I don't know how much butter I gotta put in the rice. 2.5 years, okay. You gotta learn to cook it. You're like, oh, I gotta cook 2 cups of rice? 2 servings? 2 servings? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm telling you. You you don't know how to make chicken anymore for nobody. You don't know how to you don't know how to. Let me ask you the question, right? Would you even know how to lend it to somebody? How to sleep in the same bed with somebody? You probably can't. You can't share your space after 3 years, 5 years. You ain't sharing your space. No, you pass it because now you older, so you gassy. You know what I'm talking about? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you gassy now, and because you already past menopause. You hot. You don't want to be bothered. You want to cuddle. You gassy. You want to do your gas, and to then be in a bed with somebody passing gas. You're not ready for that, and so you can't jump from dating to being comfortable with somebody. Now you see people who are couples who've been married for 10 years. They're comfortable. They're both gassy, and nobody cares. Like again, you just farted 3 minutes ago. I know, but I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. No, you can't even tell people that your stomach hurts. Hey, don't hey, don't be shitting. don't, soon as somebody say, oh, my stomach hurt, hey, time to go home. I'm gonna mess up my bathroom because you don't have me clean my bathroom, right? But when you've been with somebody for 5, 10 years, you both you in the bed just making noises. Your stomach. You ever talk to somebody with your stomach? Own plate. I'm telling you, no sleep. Have you ever been talking to somebody with your stomach? I've been asked by 2 men and a woman in the past week about how for the men get her interested again, for her how to feel safe being intimate again after infidelity. I told the 2 men asked the woman, and the woman I wasn't really sure because I wouldn't be able to do it. How to feel safe being intimate again. There is no answer for how to feel safe after intimacy. I mean, after infidelity. That's not something that you can answer. That's something that you're gonna have to take your time. It comes naturally. It comes after you have to. That's something that ain't something that you can answer, because you can't tell somebody how to do it. But you're gonna have to, if you're gonna want to keep your marriage, you gotta do what married people do. Go counseling, get some damn marriage counseling, get rebuild trust. It might take a while, but how to do it, you have to figure it out. It takes time. Yeah, it takes time. I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that. But yeah, man, like when you dating at this age, You want to look your best, but at this age, you don't want to look your best all the time because you know you look, at 7 p.m. you already have on your shit on your head, that little thing on your head. You already have it on already at 7 p.m. You have things on your head at 7 p.m. You got things on you got mask on your face. You can't, and so I think that's why it's so challenging to men. I let him sleep and do my own thing. What you listen. If you don't want a broke man, leave the man alone. If you don't want a broke man, leave him alone. If he's broke and you against a broke man, leave the man alone. Let the man go find somebody who doesn't mind him being broke. If if the man is broke and that's your problem, because him being broke maybe is not his problem. But if him being broke is your problem, leave him alone. Stop bothering him. Maybe you bothering him. Maybe he don't mind being broke. But if like seriously, go find what you want. Leave people, for all joke aside. I ain't bothering my wife for nothing that she's not. I might as well leave her alone. You trouble people. If a man is broke, leave him alone. Just tell him, hey. Because when you look at, because a lot of you, what you doing, let it be broken piece. A lot of you begin to resent people. You begin to resent that man for him being broke. And you literally wasting. I don't know. I can't be with somebody who I resent. It's just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. Seriously, you're just wasting time. I'm with you, I'm resenting you, you're broke. But why should a man have money anyways? I mean, thank you, Chesney. Is the man is broke? Why are you looking at his money? Be concerned about your own. Indeed. I mean, hell, everybody ain't got it like that. You love my bonnet. I hate bonnets, man. They finally going to see me in a bonnet. Don't waste nobody's time. I'm for real, man. What one don't want, no one will. I'm telling you all, listen, a lot of men ain't got a lot of money. I think you all, what our biggest problem is when it comes to dating again? I think everybody on here lying. All them social media people, they're lying. Because eventually he's going to want my money. Then leave the man alone. Leave that man alone. I think a lot of people on here lying. They're showing you a side of relationships that's not true. They come on here, they even speak about it, and it's not true. They come on here and they tell you, I was watching this girl's video today. The video was, what did she say? Because I had my wife watch it too. The video was, anyway, it was something that it was just some ghetto stuff. But when I look at her video, I was like, damn, y'all so ratchet. But when I look at her page, her profile page, it says these are not real stories. These stories are made up. These stories didn't happen to me. But people who miss that part, when you hear the story, you begin to become pissed off. You begin to affirm what you thought that you already know. It begins to add to your belief about men. Seriously, you know how we do that? These things we begin to add to our affirmations about men, and these stories are not even true. The shit that you all listen to and watch on TikTok and social media, it ain't true. A matter of fact, when you all see real couples, it's so bad on social media that when you see real couples, you don't think that they're happy. You don't even think that they're happy. Because they're natural, real. I remember the first time I brought my wife on here. Oh, your wife don't like you. I can tell. Really? That's what you saw? Why? Because she's not like the other people that you see on social media with their husbands. Acting all smiley. That's not who she is. That's not why I married her. And when you see real couples, you don't like it. Because it triggers something. It triggers things. It makes you feel funny or something. But when you see that fake crap, it makes you think that's how. I remember this one lady told me one time. If my man don't make me light up when I see him, if I don't have all this feeling on the inside when I see him, I don't want a man. So you see, that's the dumb shit right there. I don't think she understood when I said it. Why would you have a person when, oh, you just, you don't want to feel like that's your person? Like your person gotta make you feel like this? Really? See, that's the dumb shit I'm talking about. And so when it comes to real relationships, you want the glamorized version. Yeah, you want the glamorized social media version. Many of us look for the social media version of relationship. Your wife doesn't like social media. Do you speak to her about your social media life? She sees me all the time. She sees me make my video. She benefits from the money that I make from social media. She don't like cameras. Period. She don't like being on. She thinks that she has an awkward smile, right? And so she doesn't really do social media. It's not her thing. She has a social media page, but she don't post. She don't read social media. She don't post on her page. She's just not social media type. But I don't really have my social media life is a life that I have at home. I have the same life. First, you need to be happy within yourself. Then he needs to be happy within himself. Indeed. And then you come together and be happy together. That's facts. Definitely going to see me in a planet. Budgeting is key. Work together. Indeed. Indeed. But I'm telling you, man, we see the fake stuff. The truth is, in relationships, you're gonna be annoyed, and you all know this. In dating, you're gonna be annoyed. Why you think that you're above being annoyed? Annoying people never stop. Your husband is gonna annoy you, just like your boyfriend gonna be annoy you, and when you first meet him, he's gonna annoy you. Indeed, Mercedes. Indeed. And so I don't want to be bothered. You have to be bothered. You have to be bothered. You gotta be bothered. It's always a give and take. You give some and you get some. There's every option, every choice has consequences. But when you hit 40-something years old and being single for a while, you don't. If you don't want to be bothered, and you can't be bothered, and you annoyed easily. Get a nice little fluffy cat. A beautiful cat. Pretty eyes. Do you talk about it and she roll her eyes or listens and support? Talk about what exactly? Talk about what? Like social media? You mean like my social media thingy? I don't really. Are you talking about my experience on social media? Oh yeah, we talk all the time. My wife talks a lot when it comes to me. Sometimes I'm like, damn. She talks a lot to me. But yeah, we talk about everything, man. Me and my wife talk about everything. I don't think we. Like you have that person that you want to tell everything to when it happens. You know what I'm talking about? You have a person. Do you know like when you have a person that as soon as something happens, you just wanna. That's the person that you wanna. Hey, Jazz, what you doing? You at work? No. What happened, Kirk? Did something happen? Yeah. I was. Hey, I'm in a meeting. Text me. I'm in a meeting. Text me. Like you have the person that you want to tell things to. Hey, Tori, how you doing, girl? I think that's us. So we talk about a lot of things. The things that's even when my ex-wife texts me, guess who texts me? Who? My ex-wife. What she want? I don't know. Ask her. You ask her. But yeah, we talk about it at the crop, man. Be able to share and your spouse provides. Yeah, man. It's very, 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 very. But I'm telling you, man, the thing about it having a good connection, though, I think that's why when it comes to having a good connection, yeah, when it comes to having a good connection, I think you find the person more attractive, no matter what they look like. I mean, no matter what they look like, you find a person attractive. But I think you have to understand that you're gonna have to be annoyed. You're gonna have to be annoyed, man. You're gonna have to be annoyed. And I think nobody wants to be annoyed. Nobody wants to be annoyed because being annoyed is bad. But sometimes you love a person so much that when you're not annoyed by them, you miss it. You see how your kids annoy you, but then when your kids leave, you miss how they annoyed you. Because that was just who they are and how they are, and you miss it. You're like, damn, I miss how they used to annoy the hell out of me. Like when my daughter goes to the summer to her grandma, And she annoys me now. But when she goes, my son and my daughter, when they go to their grandparents, I miss them annoying me. Being annoyed. Right. We're usually annoyed because they are connecting with others. I don't think every man, every man don't bring that. It's not all man that brings that. Every man don't bring that other woman. I know many men who never brought that. I served with many men in the military. Many men that I know don't bring that stuff or never brought that stuff to their wives because we talk about it. And one thing about men don't come to you and say, yeah, man, I never cheat. No. If anything, a man will tell you, yeah, man, hey, man, damn, dude, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, damn, she bad, for real. Dude, you be putting them bodies chicks. You know what I mean? So ain't a man telling you, yeah, man, I'm good. No, they're gonna talk. But I've met many men who never played in those games. Some men just don't do it. Some men, their father didn't do it. Their fathers didn't do it. They just don't do it either. And but they're still annoying in their own ways. Maybe they spend some extra money. Maybe they buy expensive shoes, or expensive cars, or car parts, or they in their garage all they fixing their cars. We all have our shit. You know what I mean? Like we all have our stuff. But everything that a man has, it bothers you anyways. If he's a car person, he'd have his car more than me. Damn. Okay, all right. He'd have his shoes. You see how he stocks his shoes? His shoes, his Jordans. Oh, shit. Okay, all right. He loves alcohol and drinking more than me. Damn. He loves his friends more than me. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just, it's wrong. It's what yours is cars. Everybody has their own thing. Everybody has their thing, man. Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their life. But I think we don't want to give people their life. I think we want to be incorporated in all aspects of their lives. I think you should just, like, you see how my wife leave me the hell alone when it comes to social media? She's not in this part of my life, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't in this. She just not a part. She doesn't want to be in this. She said, Kirk, you do your thing. You take as long as you talk to your people. That's your thing. She doesn't, she don't want to be all in my business, all in my social media stuff. You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine. We all have our stuff, and I think we should learn how to leave people to their stuff. But it's not. We want to be incorporated in all their lives. I don't know, man. I mean, I get it, but I'm curious why two men who share same woman seat and share beer and conversation. Well, I don't think I get that one. She's so cool about it. Yeah, she don't bother me. I'm curious why. Indeed, Nicole. I'm curious why two men who share same woman seat and share beer. I don't think I understand the question at all, Nikki. I think I'm gonna have to re-ask the question. My husband is on his computer right now, but that's fine with me. Yeah. Wait, was that a bad thing? Is it bad to be on his computer? But seriously, there are some men who just don't really care to have other women at this place in their lives. I think there are some men. No, don't get me wrong. It might take us a while to get to the space, right? It might take us a while to get to the space of not wanting to mess with other women. It might take us a while. But when we get there, we're there for real. Like, we there. Pertaining to the time associated with the content created, not trust. Oh, I know that, Dana. I know it wasn't about trust. Yeah, I know it wasn't about trust. I don't think it was about trust. Oh, are you talking to somebody else? I didn't assume that it was about trust. But maybe talking to somebody else. I don't know. Wait, what the heck was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. What the heck was I saying? Totally forgot. Totally lost track of what I was saying after I read that comment. But let's say this right here. Not because two are married, you can still have your individual by doing things. Hell yeah. What's up, Jay? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. That men stop wanting. Yeah, I think at a certain time, men stop wanting other women. Because we don't want to be bothered no more. Because you all talk a lot. Yeah, I was clarifying because of a comment. Oh, Women are not interested. Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't think we want other women. It's just too much. It's all the talk, man. We're just talking, man. We're just talking about just random stuff. But yeah, something men get to a point. Yeah, men get to a point. They don't want to cheat anymore. It's not because they don't like other women. It's just like it's pointless now. Cheating is, is work. It's a lot of work, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation again. You don't want to get caught, and you don't want to get caught up, and you don't want to, you don't want to have to. You know what's scary about cheating, man? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't think you all understand. If you never cheat, you don't understand. But you know what? After you cheat, man, y'all want to know? Oh, y'all. That's coming up soon. Will you do live stream that day? I don't know, Mercedes. I might. I might. I might. Why does anyone cheat when you can just tell the truth? Because cheating and truth are two different things. It's not cheat. You know, it's not about telling the truth. It's not because you don't want your partner. It's why a man cheat. I think we need to understand. It's not because you don't want your partner. That's why you cheat. You just sneaky. You just an ass. Sometimes you just want something different. Or when you can leave. Yeah, we don't. I don't think men cheat because they want to leave. Can a man tell when you are desperate for him? Yeah, a man can tell when you're desperate for him because you're doing too much. You're annoying. You're always calling. If if even if he don't call back, you call him. I just called you 6 minutes ago and you haven't called me back. What's wrong? Did I do something? You know when a man knows that you crazy? Let me tell you what a man stay away from, right? Let me tell you what a man stay away from. You see the woman who always apologizes? He knows. When you meet a man and you start to apologize, oh, I'm sorry, for every damn thing, he knows that he can abuse you, and you're gonna take the blame for it anyways because you're gonna apologize. When you meet a man and you begin to apologize all the damn time, because a woman who apologizes all the time is a woman who has been hurt. Seriously, something. I'm telling you, something wrong with that. When you say that you are apologizing all the time, when you meet a woman who apologizes, that means she was hurt. She's still hurt, and she was blamed for everything. It was always her fault. Seriously, it was always her fault. I'm talking about even for things that he did, and he began to. If he's abusive, he takes notes. Oh yeah, that's a perfect one right there. That's a perfect one. Oh yeah, perfect. Now I can do what I want to do and have you apologize for it. You have to be careful, man. Like you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with this apology because this apologizing stuff is a red flag for a man. You stay on demon time. What's demon time? I was apologizing until the guys was sick. Yeah. And so a man can tell when you are desperate. Oh yeah, you the one who making plans. You the only one who making plans. You're the only one making plans. You're the only one calling. If you don't call, nobody talks. If you don't text, you don't text. If you don't, desperation is is strange. And when a man is seeing that you trying so hard, he loses interest. That's just nature. Because if we don't hunt for our food, we don't really deserve to eat it. Right? This is why if you do everything for a man, he will leave anyways. Because it's too much. No, it's a balance. Again, everything is a balance. If you take a man off the streets and comb his hair and fix his teeth and you fix his pee-pee and you clean his pee-pee for him and you fix him his food and his lunch and his dinner and you encourage him and you do this and you think, ooh, he gonna be mine when he gets into a place. He really can't be with you no more because he doesn't feel like he deserves what he's doing. And so he will always go to the ratchet one down the street with 8.5 kids by 4.5 baby daddies and no car. He would go to that one. You get so bad. You like, oh my God, I can't believe I gave you everything. I gave you. You know how you all talk. I gave you everything. And when you are crying and you are talking, sometimes when you're crying, don't talk. Right? Don't just cry first. And when you finish crying, talk. But you're just wait. Do you think you know what my wife does? My wife always want to talk to me when she about to yawn. I don't know what you So, hey, Kathy, I was just thinking about you. You ever met somebody who yawn and talks? What's what you say? I hate the way she does that, but she does it every single time, and I never know what she's saying. She will, Kirk. I, I'm looking at her like, you think I understand what you just said? I'm sorry. You could, I mean, it's like you, but anyways, like I was saying, right? Seriously. Another thing she does, she will be eating her, and she eats very slow. She eats very slow. My wife eats slow, like my daughter. She eats very slow. She takes her time and eat, but she only want to talk. She only want to start a conversation after putting something in her mouth. Just wait, just chew. But when she finishes chewing, she don't say anything, and then she puts something. I'm like, why do you do this to me, man? But oh, I don't know. But anyways, but listen though, listen. What was I saying before that? I forgot what I was saying before that. Where was I, man? I was talking about when you're crying and talking. I don't know what you're saying, and I feel bad, so I'm here looking at you and shaking my head, acting like I know what you're saying, but I don't know what don't. If you're gonna cry, if you're gonna talk, you just wait. You cry. Can you just say what you said and cry? Because I don't know what you're saying. Girl, I don't know what you said. I just know what you just said. But I'm telling you, if you give a man so much, if you do so much, he's gonna leave you for a woman with 8.5 kids by 4.5 different dudes, and one not possible. And a lot of times, that's why you don't. That's why you be. I hate everything. I hate everything. What? What you say? And you can't ask somebody what you say when they cry. If somebody, if somebody, if somebody is in pain and they're crying and talking, it's the wrong time to ask them what you say, because it doesn't feel good, and it's a bad timing, and so you can't really say what you say. You have to act like you understand, because I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you were saying, but you can't ask them because you just heard that woman. You can't ask her that. You can't say that you didn't know what. Say it again. It's like during sex. You can't say somebody. You can't repeat something now. Nasty that you just said. You talking dirty. You can't. You can't say. You can't say what you just said. It don't. It kills the vibe. Waiting to exhale. I'm telling you, it is. What you say? Somebody said, yeah, turn that ass around. What? Oh shit. I gotta say it again. It don't sound the same. I never wanted a kid. Maybe you have. Man, I'm telling you, man. But listen, but seriously, a man has to feel like he deserves you for him to stay his ass at home. And so it's a balance, man. No, a woman think if she has more money, I served. Yep, I served for 20 plus years. A woman thinks that if she has, what's the problem now, man? A lot of women have money and a lot of men don't. And so you think that if you have more money than him, you're not gonna listen to him. Hey, Star Rise, we're just talking, and yeah, I'm telling you, because somebody said if a woman makes $10 to $13 an hour, she will hear what you gotta say. If she makes between if she makes between $13 to $20 an hour, she gonna listen sometimes, but she gonna talk back. But when a woman makes $20 an hour, she ain't got no ears. Her ears just fall off. Because I was like, damn. And so when a woman makes $20 an hour, her ears she ain't got no ears no more. Because she ain't hearing shit that you say. This, you won't be with a man with a lower salary? Really? You won't? $39 an hour? Man, you definitely ain't talking. You definitely ain't listening. You definitely ain't listening. Is it normal that a man chase a woman to the point to become friend to your new husband? Wait, hold on, wait, hold on. That just, is it normal that a man chase a woman to the point to become friend to your new husband? Man, I don't know if I'm tripping. I don't know if I don't know if I don't get that. I don't know what that means. To your new husband, you have a new husband. To the new husband. Yeah, help me out. Help me out. Am I looking into this in a weird way? Is it normal that a man chases a woman to the point to become friend to the new husband? No. I don't think I know what it means, but I think that is weird. Married and some ratchet is chasing her. Some ratchet woman? A woman is, you mean you mean like a woman? For a man to chase, a man chase a woman to the point to become, she just got married and some ratchet. No, but is the, you mean the ratchet man is chasing her to get friends? Are you asking like if the if are you asking if the are you asking that the a man is chasing you to get closer to your husband? Is that what you mean? Am I tripping? I think she's saying a man wants her and is getting close to her by befriend. Oh shit. If that's the case, if a man is chasing you and getting close to your husband to get to you, now that's just messy. That's messy as hell. That is messy as hell. That is messy. Leave the man. Leave that. That's messy right there. Now I'm not tired at all, but that's messy, right? That's messy. That is some messy stuff. That man should be blocked and removed from your husband and your life. Like seriously, like remove that person right now because that person will. Who, you know what? I had something like that before happen to me. Some lifetime. I'm telling you, some lifetime movie stuff. I listen. I will. You should get some mace. That's a real snake for real, man. That right there. You know, it's like a guy that called your ex and told on you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely, you need to tell your husband and let him handle it. For real. That's what I would do. That's some fatal attraction stuff. So you might want to be careful with that kind of stuff. That stuff. That's no. That's playing too close, man. That's really that's playing too close. I wouldn't listen. I don't play those games. That's some scary stuff. You know, I used to, long restraining order, right, Jay? Long time ago, man. I met this lady, man. And she had a husband. I was single. She had a husband. Hey, Tess, happy Saturday to you too. How are you doing? You know, she had a husband, but she was kind of thick, right? I mean, I wasn't trying her. She had a husband. I wasn't trying anything, but she tried me, and you know. I thought since she tried me, she was unhappy in her marriage. So I'm like, okay, this is years ago. You know, it's years ago. I'm not curious, but she was kind of thick though. And so I bit the bait, and we was in the room one day, and yeah, she had a husband. She was thick. She was thick. She had a big old butt. This is back in the days when I used to like big butts. Not that I don't like it no more, but it's back in the days. And you know, so we was in the hotel, man, and I finished tearing it up, and you see how I said that? Yeah, you see how I said that? Yeah, I just finished tearing it up like 2 times, but I was young, so I could have go a couple times because I was young. And so after the first round, I was like, yeah, this is so. I say, hey, what's up with your husband though? You don't like him? And hey Miranda, she's like, yeah, he's cool. I said, well, so I'm just there. We there talking, butt naked in the room. I'm like, so what's up? What's the deal? Like, he don't take care of his kids? Yeah, he take care of my kids. Louisiana Queen, yeah. He said, yeah, I take care of my kids. He said, yeah, he take care of the kids. I said, okay. He abused you or something? He said, no. She said, no, he don't abuse me. He's a good husband. I said, so what he does wrong? She said, nothing. He's really good. I said, so why are you here with me? She said, because I like you. I said, what kind of ratchet, dirty thing? I said, come on, man. I lost all. I thought he was just a ratchet dude, ghetto, not taking care of business. And so after I tear it up again one more time, because I had to do it one more time. But I'm like, I don't want to see you again. This is just disrespectful. But after I did it one more time, maybe two more times. But I was like, the point is, I'm like, that's some raggedy stuff, man. That's some raggedy stuff. And then one day, she gonna tell me, one day she gonna tell me, Kirk, I think you should come to the house, and he gonna meet you, cause we work together, and we're gonna meet you. I mean, he gonna meet you, and so he know that we friends, and we can keep doing it. Oh no, no, ma'am, you crazy? That's how people get shot. I said, that's just trifling. I said, are you crazy? Hey, Creative Roots. I said, what kind of mess you talking? I said, I said, are you crazy? I said, no, I'm out. I'm done. You crazy. I said, you crazy. I said, I'm done. You keep your husband. Because I'm like, nah, man. And after that, I never messed with a woman again who had a husband. Okay, maybe one more time. Actually, twice more. Maybe three. I don't remember. But I stopped. We were both trifling. Yeah, we were both trifling. By the way, you all know I'm talking some trash too, right? I mean, there's some truth in it, but sometimes there's some lies in it too. You say you invested in this. Hey, Lindley, how you doing, girl? Maybe three, but I don't remember. That's long. That's back in the day. That was like in my 20s, man. But yeah, she was crazy. But my point is this: that's playing too much games, man. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. That games, like folks get hurt, man. Folks get hurt. Folks get hurt, man. You all gotta be careful out there. People be tripping. Dudes be shooting people for their wives and stuff, man. Listen, they ain't that serious. I don't care how fine you are. If you listen, leave me alone. It's crazy. You're giving me a headache. I need an aspirin. but seriously, man. Listen, man. I know a lot of us in our 40s. I know a lot of us in our 40s and 50s, man. Hey, Lalula, how you doing? Every time you said this was a long time ago, I think about. Shoot. A lot of us in our 50s, and I think we all need to go on a date. Let's do a challenge. You all want a challenge? Y'all want a challenge? What if I challenge you guys, right? For the 40s and above, what if I challenge you guys? What if I challenge you guys, right? Because I know you all want a date. I know you all want a date. I know you all want to feel. I know you all sometimes want to get felt up. You don't miss somebody feeling you up. Like you don't miss somebody feeling you up. You know what I mean when I say somebody feeling you up? It mean like you want to be felt. Like you don't miss being touched, like felt. Not even this, but you don't miss like somebody just grab on you and you just somebody grab your thighs or grab your waist or grab your chin with your hair on it. You know what I mean? Like you all don't miss that. You don't want to be felt up, man. Yeah. Really, like that's fun. I think it's fun. I'm white, but I got flavor for real. I be at the barbecue. What's up, Michael? Michael, that's good for you, man. That's good for you. But here's the deal, right? I challenge you guys. I want to put this in your head. You're almost 50. I want to put this in your head. Don't think that you're wasting time. You're experiencing the time. Because you are quick to think that you wasted. I wasted all my time. You didn't waste time. You're still here. And time is not even real. Time is just a part of your mind that you are imagining. It's not even a real thing. Don't look at it as you are wasting time. I want you to go on a date. The next person who asks you out. Who asks you out. Not the ones that you make ask you out. So you're not going to ask me out? Because when you do that, they don't be. When you do that, they don't be real. Because you put them in a bad situation. So you're not gonna ask me for my number? Don't do that either. So you're not gonna ask. No, you ain't gotta do that. The next person that asks you out, the next person that asks you out, I want you to go out without thinking a whole bunch of nonsense. Because you are minds, boy. You are minds, be all. You know how much shit on your mind? You wanna know how much shit on your mind? What if he doesn't work out? What if he's not cute enough? What if this? What if this? Right? What if that happens? What if that's just God, how do you live in that head? Exactly, Nicole. How do you live in a space? Yeah, just enjoy yourself. How do you live in a space where you are always thinking? Like, can't you just relax? Wait, Barone is beauty. Wait, Barone is beauty. Do I know you? Is it you that I know or not? I'm talking about in person. Oh, this is a different name. Okay, no, okay. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Because I used to know this Italian lady with the last name. So I was just making sure it's not you. People are asking you guys out. Bro, I can't even get looked at. Man, I doing that doesn't... listen, you all gotta stop with all that thinking, man. You all just chill. Just when you start thinking, go take a nap. Okay, you Filipino. Okay. I'm well too, Sean. I'm well too. So I challenge you to stop, even if you're afraid. I mean, not afraid, not afraid, because I ain't talking about afraid for your life. Even if you have fear about dating, if you don't know what's gonna happen, if you don't know, I want you to just go on a date. Just go on a date. Just go on a date and enjoy the damn time. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy some food and drink and smile and stop worrying about what if and what if. That's a weird place to live, man. That is just a weird place to be at. That's a scary what if. You can never find rest in what ifs. What if will never bring you peace? It will never bring you rest. It will never bring you happiness. It don't bring you a damn thing besides anxiety and stress. Hey, Isa, how you doing? Easy for you to say. Is it easy for me to say? Is it? But I can save your life. But what can save your life? Can I have some advice? What advice do you want to have? If you have a question, go ahead and ask. Listen, listen, some of the people that you're talking to, you already know those people. Them people been in your phone for 15 years. Well, I just got asked today and I was going back out. I'm gonna just do it now. Do it, man, do it. I mean, everything is easy to say. Everything is easy to say. We all can say everything that we want to say. But sometimes we gotta stop being scared though. We gotta stop being afraid. But understand too, you know. Get felt up. Always saying what is. Yeah, man. It's what if stuff. What if? Everything gotta be perfectly. The problem is everything gotta look perfect and feel perfect and be perfect for us to accept it. You got your heart broken, Cece? I'm sorry. When did you get your heart broken? What happened? He was an ass? He didn't understand? He didn't see that beauty within you? I have a crush on a guy, but I don't know how to ask him out. Do you all have any tips? You have a crush on a guy? If you have a crush on a guy, just tell him. Hey, I got a crush on you, my baby. You know that song? I got a crush on you, my baby. I got a crush on you. Just send him that song. You remember back in the days we used to send people songs? You send somebody, you know how to keep somebody you know how to keep you in somebody's mind? Send them a song. Every time that song comes on, that person will think about you. Send them a song. I have a crush on you. Boy, when you start to hear that song, you're like, damn, this is a deep song. When people send you a song, you listen to it for real. That's how it song goes. That's not how it goes. Well, my bad. It's an old song, man. Where's your boy? Where's your boy, man? But send. We gotta go back to sending people music. Like send people a song. Hey, yeah, take what you want from it. Would you ever send somebody? Back in the days, you somebody send you a song and it was a. Somebody sent me a song right one time. Hold on, I can't play it because if I play it, they're gonna block me. You got another song, Fantasy? Thank you, Siri. Let Kirk rock. I just got 3 songs from my guy. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. When somebody send you a song, man, when somebody send you a song, every time that song comes on in your car, you know, this lady messed me up one day, man. She sent me a song, and it was a nice song, but it was a popular song. And after we broke up, every time the song plays, she comes to my mind. God damn. You had some good times. Yes. Why did it have to end? Are you really go to the end of the road? Still I can't let- Every time a song comes on, I feel sad because I'm like, damn. And she was so nice. But then I think it was a trap. She got me. She got me. It's so natural. Yeah, I don't be alone. Boy, what? Damn. I got songs I cannot listen to because of my ex-wife. Man, listen, man, I'm telling you, for like facts, you want somebody to be stuck on you for a while, send him a song that plays on the radio, not no song that you can't hear anywhere else. Because everywhere he go, he can't hear that damn song. That song ain't playing on nobody's channel, nobody's radio, no FM, no AM. That ain't gonna work. You gotta send him like a Drake song or something. Music does. It sure does. Literally, thank you. But seriously though, if you have a crush on somebody, or you know, I think you are afraid of rejection too much that you don't even try. I think you are so afraid of rejection that you think that is a big deal to tell somebody, hey, how you doing? And make yourself available. Sometimes you ain't got to say nothing about, hey, I want you. Because I think how you think that a man sees you, if you say hello. Mixtape were the best. Indeed, right? I think how women see, if you approach a man, right? I think women, the things that women see if you approach a man is this. You think that we see in something like you on your knees. I'm down, I'm bending knees. And you holding out, you know. I think you see that. I think you think that we be looking at you bent on your knees, begging us to be with you. And it's crazy. And so you're afraid. You're afraid to try to approach a man and say, hey, nice weather we are having today. Look at the sky. It's so blue and beautiful. You good? You know what's one of the best things to do is when you're talking to a guy or if you want to approach a guy, don't make it obvious. Hey, my name is Susie. What's your name? That's the obvious shit. You know, that's the weirdest, creepy stuff. You know, hey, my name is, my name is, my name is Chicky Slim Shit. My name is Kirk. What's your name? I don't know. You know, you meet somebody in the bookstore. Hey, excuse me. What book are you reading? Is it a good book? I mean, would you say you enjoy? Because I'm looking for a book to read. You know, you all ain't got no creativity in your head, and so you have to be anxious, right? You gotta and why do you all find yourself? I was thinking, I don't do this. I'm sorry, I don't usually do this. I don't really do this. I promise you, this is my first time. Because I don't talk to men. I don't even like men like that, you know. So I don't even want you to think that I do this. But I just saw you, and I'm just curious. don't, don't judge me, okay? I mean, are you married? No, I'm not married. Right? Eh, sure. Give me a second. But you all be doing too much. You all just be doing too much. Just hey, start a conversation based on where you at. If wherever you at, talk about that space. Talk about where you at. You know, and you just being a human being. You just being human. You said these. Hey Stacy, you said these mother effers just think about effing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm afraid because I'm not good at English. Oh, well, speak to people in your language. Where you at? What's up, pure royalty? Hey, Melissa, how you doing? I think you missed your calling. I am coming and go. Wait, can you hear me? Am I, can you assist me? Am I still, can you assist me? Thank you, pure royalty. Is reaching out after an argument an act of desperation? No, it's not. Reaching out after an argument, we adults. Okay, thank you. I think after an argument, the man, I think we think that we have different roles. The man has to date the woman. I think the ones who come in a relationship and dating thinking that is a role, certain roles, I think we're the one who missed it. Like I think when we come in, especially a marriage or dating or something, a relationship, and you think specific rules are meant for certain people when you are able to do it, I think that's where the problem comes because I think everybody's not raised the same. Everybody don't have the same values or the same ideas about who should be doing this, and I think we judged. I think we judge wrong or wrongly based on what we think to be true. And I think that's why we fail often. Because I think a woman should be acting this way. You think a man should act this way. And we both are losers because we're thinking about how each other should act, and it's just weird. Right? Because you can't tell me how I should act because you didn't know how I grew up. You don't understand my culture. You don't understand where I'm from. So how do you assume that I will know that you assume me to act like this or talk like this? And why should I assume that you as a woman that you should act? And I think it's weird. And I think that's what we're not realizing, that we expect weird things from the other person based on our own value, and it doesn't work. Why do men hate to express their feelings? Because I don't think men deal in feelings. When people ask me, Kirk, how do you feel about? I don't feel anything about it. Right? Thank you, Creative Roots. Like for real, like Kirk, how do you feel about? I don't feel anything about. But you ask me what do I think about it? I can answer you, but I don't always have a feeling about anything. What do I have to feel about anything? And so the feelings part, what's to talk about? Why can't we just talk? You talk in feelings. I don't speak in feelings, but I understand logically what you were saying in your feelings. I guess it makes sense to you. But I don't really care to talk about my feelings because my feelings, I don't even know what I'm feeling. Because my feelings is, it's just, I don't, yeah, we're dealing more logics. The true rule, if someone doesn't work to make the journey with you, do not force it. Indeed, indeed. Is it hard nowadays? If you don't have a social media when dating, is it hard nowadays if you don't? I don't think so. I don't think it's necessarily hard. I think on social media is where people interact. But I think also because we interact on social media, we don't know how to interact in real life. I think social media has made people awkward in real life. Remember when back in the days, where you are from an emotional growth might differ. Indeed, indeed, indeed. You remember from back in the days we used to meet people and say, hey, and say, oh, you could. You remember when we used to go out and meet people for real? Like we met people, not because it was forced, it was just natural. Y'all remember those days? And now we all awkward and weird. We don't know how to approach people, how to be approached. We when you see somebody looking at you, you walking funny. Have you ever have you, have you ever felt like people were looking at you and you start walking funny? You was walking perfectly fine until that thought comes to your mind. I bet he's looking at me. Then you with the way you walk change. You start to be awkward and you felt funny walking away because it's just I know he looking. I know he looking. And you know she looking. And you just start walking out of walk. You start moving your right arm with your right leg, and you just start walking like a robot. You know what I'm talking about? Man, listen. Go to the grocery store. Social media is actually the worst. Listen, I'm telling you all, man. I'm telling you. Listen, man. Listen. All right, same to you, Isa. You get nervous. Listen. I think we have been on social media for so long because on social media, you don't have to feel anything. You could just say hello, or you can comment. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. And nothing has to be there. But in real life, you got to actually do something different. You got to have a smile. Some of you can't smile for real because you feel awkward smiling. You're smiling with your bottom teeth showing, and you don't know how to act because you are awkward and you are weird, and you just feel funny, and you just and so your body language is just weird because you think he judging me. He probably seen my stretch mark. He not seeing your stretch mark. You wearing clothes. He not seeing anything. There is not. He not even paying attention. You know what men look at, man? Like I told you before. I same to you, Louisiana Queen. Have a blessed night. Like Gloria from Waiting to Exhale, right? You know what men look at? Men look at your face first. I mean, believe that. Men, we look at your face first. We look at your face. But you know what we look at? Hey, Keisha, how you doing? We look at your breasts and your butt and your thighs. We look at your face, your breast, your butt, your thighs. And if those are good, we look at your stomach. Just to make sure, it fits. Just to make sure that your stomach is not protruding your butt. If your stomach was in the back, which one will go farther? If your stomach will go farther than your butt, then we might be like, well, I don't know, right? But so we use our imagination, and we do surgery. We do surgery, right? We can you block that little stupid person saying that my account was blocked for hate speech? So you take your stomach, right? We surgery. We do it in our mind. We take her stomach and we put it in the back, above her butt, and we. That's why they stare at you because we're doing things in our mind. You see, like when they're doing surgery, they draw stuff. And then you're looking at us. What are you looking at? What are you staring at? That's what we're doing. We're not even. Listen, this is. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me finish. All right. You good. You can get it. Right? Hey, how cool are you? Yeah, we good. Hey, how you doing, miss? Right? That's what it is. Hey, miss, how you doing? At the gas station, too. As soon as you pull up, the gas station, he already, and he does it very quickly, too. Hey, miss, you want me to pump your gas? I don't have a car, but I know how to pump gas. You prefer meeting in person? Yeah, man. Meeting in person is the best. Some of your big, but you said men have big backsides. Is that what you're saying? I've been told the stretch marks I have from growing up were gross. Really? I used to think stretch marks was gross too, but then I get older and realize, shit, them shit ain't going nowhere. Yeah, stretch marks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with stretch marks. Stretch marks is stretch marks. We adults now. Everybody has them. Everybody, especially if you're light skinned, you have stretch marks. They're different color, weird colors too. They be light skinned too. They be lighter. If you light skin, your stretch marks are lighter than you. Looking like you just somebody pulling you. Somebody just pulling you apart. And you have lines that just go from travel pointing to right the area of where it should be. Was an adult man? Yeah, somebody. But listen. Somebody. I mean, I get it, right? Somebody's adult men is just kids in big clothes. If all men love sex, how do you know if they're only into for sex or they like you? But I think when a man at a certain place in his life, it's not about just sex anymore. I don't want to have sex all the time. I can't. I got one round in me for 3 minutes. After that, I'm done. What? And so if we could hang out after that and talk after that, it's different. After that, right? If a man likes you, I think after sex, when he finish, he's gonna hold you still and he's gonna touch you and he's gonna want to lay next to you and look at you in your eyes. That's when you know somebody like you. But when he finish, yeah, like for real. But when he finish and he just get up and then, hey, I gotta go. Shit. What time is it? As soon as I'm finished, if a man is like, oh my god, because he want to make sure you see that he's looking at the time. He want to make sure you see that he's looking at the time. Hey, what time? Because when you older, you gotta look back. You gotta. Because, you know, like, I used to laugh at my mom when she looks at her watch or her phone, when she reach back her head and hold the damn phone away from her. And so when a man is ready to go, he, hey, Sash, when a man is ready to go, after he done with you, and he look at, what time is it? Oh, it's 9 o'clock, man. It's getting late. I have to work in the morning. He said, I gotta go, man. And he starts scratching his neck. I don't know what they be scratching, but they find something to scratch, right? That means he just wants that. That's all he wants, right? That's all he wants. But there's a man who likes you, that as soon as as soon, hey, what's up, Larry? How we doing, man? As soon as he finished fornicating with you, as soon as he finished fornicating and he spilled his beans, and he still lay down and he still holds you and grab you and still touching you and still want to talk. Hey, what we doing later? Right, all in your face. Hey, right, and he's still. That's someone who likes you, cause yeah, even though sex is sex, but it's different after the sex. What a man does, it says a lot. I mean, seriously, cause one thing about men, after we're done, if we don't like you, it's listen. You will tell a man when he doesn't like you after sex. You will tell. Because sometimes he don't even know that he doesn't like you until after sex. And they're looking at you. They're rubbing their hands. Seriously, you will know a lot of times after he's done if he likes you or not. Because he has to go or he want to stay. So I'm just telling you, sometimes he doesn't know. He doesn't know sometimes. Being very happy. Thank you, Mercedes. You have a blessed night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But seriously, he doesn't know sometimes if he don't like you until he finish. As soon as he finished that post nut therapy, it's done. He's just yeah, I thought I like you. I ain't gonna call you tomorrow. I ain't gonna text you. I probably won't call you again unless I need some more. So if I don't call you, leave me alone. You know what I mean? You good? Yeah, from experience too, man. Listen, listen. One thing about my conversations, yes, is I talk nonsense, but it's true too. It's true for a lot of men. But yeah, it's true. You don't think that's true? But Big Shot, you a guy or a girl? Love your video on forgiveness. Thank you, Tiona. Thank you so much. But all in all, though, seriously, you know what I believe, though? I mean, not that I'm joking right now. I'm serious. Now that yeah, Jay, for real. All in all, man, do you recommend dating more than one person at a time? Yes. I recommend dating more than one person at a time. And there's a few reasons why. And I'm going to tell you those few reasons. Let me tell you those few reasons because I think a lot of times oftentimes it's psychology, right? Oftentimes it's psychology. Psychology, when you're dating multiple people at the same time, number one, I'm going to be honest with you. Number one, you have to choose from within the best of those. Like when you're looking for a house, you look at different houses. You got one house, two house, three house, four houses, and you pick the best one that you like, the one that resonates with you in your spirit more. Same with when it comes to having, because a house is 30 years to pay that thing off. 30 years. That's a lifetime decision. When it comes to lifetime decisions, you have to pick between different options. Because when you date people, you don't, it's not necessarily you getting poked, right? Somebody always putting their fingers inside of you. Ain't about all that. Nobody have to touch your nipples all the time. Nobody got to touch your behind. It's not about that. It's about getting to know people for real. You date, you go on dates, and you see which one resonates with you the most. And based on how those 4, 5 men are, 3 men are, you understand what you want, and okay, I chose this one. So you have a better conscience. But now, a lot of you only date one person at a time, which is not wrong. Well, I'm not saying which one is better than the other. But when you date one person at a time, you don't get nothing to compare it from or compare it to. And so that's the one that you're going to mess with because that's the one that you're talking to and you don't want to waste your time. And I want to start again. And we've been dating for 4 months. And so it becomes a challenge to pick somebody when you have no other options. Right? No other options at all. The second reason is this. You know, you see, my memory is too bad. The second option is this, and I think this is something that we need to understand about psychology. When a man knows, and this is something that you can take or leave it, when a man knows that he's not the only one right now, and you dating to see who you pick, a man goes up on his bed. A man's his behavior is at his best. Seriously, because he knows that you have options. He knows you ain't shit yet. He knows my life is not catered to you. He knows. I mean, he knows it. And when a man knows you have options, a man treats you differently. Believe it or not, that same man who probably trashed to one woman will treat you differently based on who he think you are. Because if a man knows that you ain't, listen, men treat you according to certain things. Oftentimes, when a man think that you ain't going nowhere and you stuck and nobody's want you, oh, he makes your life hell. He ain't trying, he ain't doing much, he ain't showing up much, he ain't going nowhere. Nobody wants you anyways. Seriously. Say, well, what do you need to remember? You know what I mean? But I think when a man knows that you have options, you know, listen, sometimes I look at my wife, man. And I know my wife works in a man's institution, being a soldier. I know she works in a male-dominated institution. And I know this. And even though we've been married for 9 years, going on 10 years, even though we've been married for that long, I know within my heart that people are going to try her. And I know people are going to want her. And I know people are attracted to her. And so I know she can have other people. She can. And so you know what I do? Continuously, for 9 years, I treat her like the best thing ever. Because I know she's desired. Seriously, I know she is. And so therefore, shoot, it's a hell of a drug where I can, let me do my part. Let me keep showing up. You know, let me keep showing up. Let me keep showing up again and again and again. Because if I don't, somebody might. Not saying that, you know, it's easy to replace. But I'm doing my part. I'm showing up every single day. And so I remember when she told me, Kirk, these men don't even try me because they see what you do. They see what I drive. They see how I show up to work. They see, so they don't even try me. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's right. They say, them boys I don't even get approached. Good. Hey, Ariana, how you doing? But seriously, and because, you know, but sometimes a man's ego, he needs to put that work in so that he needs to know that there's other men in the, you know, not in the picture, but he needs to understand you ain't the only choice. You ain't the only option. And I know this is not information that other men would like me to say. I'm doing pretty good too, Ariana. Different age, generous, want different things though. As a woman in my later 50s, my desires are different from my previous decade. Indeed, facts. Indeed, facts. Facts. You know, just like somebody asks, what do men want? Men don't want the same things either. A different age. Yeah, Jay, like for real. Some men have to be challenged. Yeah, some men have to be challenged for them to actually be the men that some men have to have that outside stimuli, that stimulus, that something to stimulate them on a regular basis, right? Some men have to have that. And if that's removed, them jokers stop chasing the ball. Would I recommend dating older women? How old are you, Big Shot? And you're a guy, right? Are you a man or I'm assuming that you're a guy. Oh, you're 21. Lord. I wouldn't date older women if it was you. It works every time. Indeed. If I was 21 years old as a young man, I wouldn't date older women. Because when you're 21 years old dating an older woman, number one, like what do you consider older? Like 35, 40? Like for you, 30 is older to you. A lot of times when you date an older woman at 21, they won't even respect you. They won't respect you. If you're 21 years old, no, 40 plus, a 40-year-old woman would treat you like a son. She would make sure you eat. She would be asking you, did you eat yet? Go eat. I cooked. Come eat. Come eat right now. If you don't come eat, don't talk to me. I don't know. I wouldn't mess with a 40-year-old woman if I was 21. You would be her son. I promise you, you will be her child. Cause some of the women, when they messing with you and you younger, they control the hell out of you because they think that you're slow. They think that you're slow now. Cause number one, you're already a man. And you know, men, you know we slow. You know we age a little slower. Right? Hold on. Cause I know some of y'all women I think some of y'all women swear men ain't got no damn sense. You already think that we slow. We ain't got no sense. We got no common sense. Ain't no common. We just losers. We ain't growing up. It took us 15 years to get to the age of 4. Somebody told me it takes a man 20 years to get to 20. I mean, it took a man 20 or 30 years to get to 20. I'm like, damn. But at 21, she blocked me once we were done. Yeah, man. Don't mess with no older woman. Mess with a woman your age. Mess with a woman your age. Because a lot of times, a lot of younger men want older women because, you know, you want a woman that can lead you. You don't want a woman that can see your shit and have to, you got to put some work in. You want a woman who can, because women, you know, when you mess with an older woman, you know, she already don't really like you. She want the pee-pee. Thank you, Mercedes. She want the pee-pee. She want the pianos. The pianist. Because she's 45, 50. She don't want a relationship. She probably she probably just got divorced. She want the pianist. And you're gonna give her the good stuff, but she will not listen to a word you say. Because who are you to say anything? You 21 years old. You behind your ears still have milk on it. You have Similac in your ears dripping from your mouth. Your breath smell like milk. You know, your breath smell like milk. Your breath smell, not the regular milk, powdered milk. Like you see that the powdered milk that people drink when you was a baby, the powder where you have to put the powder in the water and you shake it up and it has a certain texture and a smell. That's what she smells. Yeah. That tells you the mindset. She's probably got kids. Yeah, she probably got kids. Man, her grandkids probably your age. Like puppy friend. Oh shoot! So yeah, be careful, man. Be careful with that. No, I was saying something before that I forgot that I was saying before that. But listen, as young men, don't rush the process. Be with younger women, man. You know, don't rush the process. These older women, they won't listen to you. You know, to have a woman who don't listen to you, that's like suicide. You know, to have a woman who don't listen to you, man, listen, don't. Because you say, hey, I don't want you. Hey, I don't think, oh, what? You don't think what? Negro, you know who you talking to? They'll put you in your place. They'll put you in your place so much, man, you feel like a child. You will feel so useless. It was good, yeah, because they ain't got no kids no more. They ain't got no worries. They can do anything. Yeah, take your time, enjoy life, man. You were saying that men will be nicer. Yeah. But seriously, men will be nicer if you have options. I think some of you don't have no options. You don't want no options. And when you meet a man, you tell him exactly, I don't have no options. You meet a man and I don't want, listen, my phone is dry. Every time I open my phone coughs. Look. See how my phone coughing? My phone is so dry. Hey, Joshua. Hey, who's downstairs? Can you bring me a water, please? Thank you, baby. Every time I open my phone coughs. It's so dry. I have nobody in there. Nobody texts me. Nobody call me. Keep some things to yourself. You know? Keep some shit to yourself. Y'all talk too much. Thank you, baby. You're so cute.
Thank you.
Y'all, look at my cute daughter. Cause she wants y'all to see her. She's so nosy.
Yes, I am.
Look. See my cute daughter? Thank you, baby. But yeah, man.
Can I get a snack?
Yeah, baby girl.
Thank you.
Wait, didn't you eat the apple?
Oh, yeah. Ew. Ew.
Are you still hungry?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Greedy?
Yes, bro.
Nobody wants somebody that nobody wants. For real. You ask my beautiful daughter, man. She's my oldest daughter. Let me spit out all of myself. You know what's one of the best things to have my family, my girls, my boy, close by. It's one of the best things, man. So don't let them know you are weird too soon. Right. I think you all talk too much. You meet somebody, they start telling you about their ex. First date, you don't know what my ex did. That bastard, he just did so much. And I'm telling you right now, if you ever did some of these things to me, yeah, if you ever did one of these, I'm not. My ex did. I just met you. I don't want to know what he did. God, can we talk about us? Talk about us. Yeah, red flag. I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about your ex. Your ex, and some of you I'll be talking. No, when you start talking about your ex too much, he start to paint the picture of your ex. Wait, your ex. Wait, he was raggedy? Really? How raggedy? Oh, really? He had about 16 kids? Okay, what else? Oh, he wasn't working? Oh, he wasn't working? He didn't work? Oh, so if you had that ex, man who wasn't working, he was raggedy, he didn't work, I'm good. I'll pass. Because if that's your ex, I'll pass. Oh, he's in prison too? Oh, we good. Some of you talk yourself out to some good relationship. If you being with that dude, I don't want what he had. Because you have to understand. That's why I've been single for 3 years. I cut it off right. Listen, I'm telling you, that's what you're being with? I'm good. This is where no, I'm good. Some of you talk yourself out of good relationships or good people. If I know that's what you're being with, I ain't coming behind that. If he puts his pee inside of you and he was that raggedy, I don't want my pee. I don't want that. No, I'll pass. Or he views the woman. I'll pass. I think some people talk themselves out of some. You ever mess with a man who just talks too damn much and he tells you too much information and you just lost all interest? You're like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, you're nice. You're nice. I think you're a nice man. I think you're nice. I think you're very nice. Because you know how you are, said nice. You gotta make it sound, I think you're nice. But you say so much shit. You talk about you been talking about how much money you ain't had. You talk about your debt, how much debt you have. You talk about your ex-wife. You talk about but you're nice though. You're very open. But you said too much shit. I ain't ready for that. You telling me about how your ex-wife did you, how your ex-girl. It's too much. That type of stuff, you gotta give a little bit of the time. People have to process those things. People gotta process those things, man. You telling me first date, I'm listening to all that story? Man, no. Is it too much information, or is it that you don't need to know before making the wrong decisions? I think it's too much information. Because now, people will judge you by the stories that you tell them about other people. When you start telling people about what that person, another person that you're being with, done, when you talk about how bad and how raggedy and how this and how that this person was, people looking at you like, wait, you did that? Wait, you let that happen? You was there? You allow it to happen? You did it too? You let them do it? You was there when it happened? People are like, I'll pass. I don't want the serial data. I get negative energy from them. It takes two to tango. Indeed, some people look at you a lot to figure. People will look at you too. So when you tell people, and that's when you have you ever opened TikTok? Men that talk about their exes too much are usually still in love with them. Yeah? Or they're just miserable people. With your actions, time, and everything when it is time. You ever open social media and see somebody telling their story? You ever open a social? Since you open TikTok, is somebody telling some raggedy story about some raggedy person? You know what he did? I can see why you think men don't listen. I can see why. Sometimes on these apps, I be seeing women telling their stories, and like 7 minutes in, I'm like, man, I can't. But you look in the comments section, it's like 4,000 comments, and it's all women. But you listen to this whole story. So you stay there and listen to the whole after a minute and a half, I'm really done. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. After 2 minutes, if I don't know where you're coming from yet, in 2 minutes, if in 2 minutes I don't know where the story going, I'm done. But women will sit there and watch a 16 minutes clip of somebody bashing another person and comment up, oh no, man. And so you would think men don't listen, but it's not men don't listen. But shit, can you make the story a little shorter? Like, God, like we got shit to do. We can't just, and I think this is why you all think men don't communicate. You communicate a lot of times, right? Let's be honest. A lot of times your communication is not what you think it is. It's just you going around in a circle, saying the same thing over and over and over, and then going to a different place, changing the topic, and then you switch to another place, and then I don't know where you are now. I forgot where you was. What did you just say? I thought you was talking about Sheldon. Yes, but I'm coming back to it. But I thought we were talking about Sheldon. My mind, I can't do that. Tell me about Sheldon. But that other person, he came in the picture with Sheldon was. All right, so start over. Start the story over. I can't do it. I can't. If I don't get to the meat, I'm telling you, man. I can't do it. And so men don't communicate. Men communicate, but hey, get to the point. The hell are you waiting for? Land the plane. So you can't keep up with. Oh hell no. You know what I mean? Land the plane. You've been floating in air for two. Listen, but I can see. And today I realize. I be listening to them. I see some stories, and I want to share them stories on my platform. But I'm like, I can't listen to this. I can't listen to that. My life ain't that boring. I don't think I'm that bored. I don't think my life is that dull that I listen to. But the thing is, it'd be like 6,000 comments, woman, woman, woman. But that story was so long, I don't know where she was going. I understand you, Queen. Queen, I feel you. This lady made a story. She said, and after this part, I was done. I'm a bad person. I know I judged that lady too early. And I judged her too early, right? And I know I judged her too early. I get it. But I didn't mind judging her too early. I heard about 9 words. But I saw the video was about 6 minutes long. I'm not going to sit for 6 minutes. I'm not. She starts out. I had my second baby with my baby daddy's brother. Ten words. I was done. No more. I have all I need to. I don't want to know nothing else. I don't care to know. I don't want to know. Next, how you gonna start out my younger child? I got pregnant by my baby daddy's brother. Now, I'm good. And then I see 6 minutes. Oh no. You are not. No, I ain't that bored. I am not that. But I see the comments though. I look at the comments. The comments were, yeah, you remember on that? The comments was, oh my God. So you stayed after? Jesus Christ. Listen. Hey, Carmel, how we doing? No, man, it's too much. It's too much. Some of them conversation, but I think sometimes you use a lot of words, but the words ain't really making the point stronger. You know, like the words ain't making the points stronger. The words is just, one thing about men who lie. You know when a man lying. You can tell when a man is lying. And one of the ways to know when a man lying, I didn't know I watched the videos, but I read man, I'm telling you, know how we know when a man is lying when you ask him a question, and they said 1,000 words. They say all the words in the world. Hey, where were you at? Hey, Kevin. What else? Okay, he's a good-looking guy. Hey, Chiante, Diamante. Yeah, what's up? So I was curious. Where were you? Man, shoot. It's crazy, man. Listen. You won't believe me if I say it. You know what I was? Let me be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what? Let me tell you what I was. Yesterday, my friend came to me, and when he came to me, he was like, "Hey, Diamante, let's go out." And I was like, "You know what, man? My girl probably won't like it, so I have to ask my girl." I didn't even feel like asking you, so I just like, you know, maybe if I ask you, you probably would have said no. So when he asked me, I was like, you know what, tomorrow, I'll let you know tomorrow. And so when he called me the next day, I was like, you know what, yeah, cool, because I thought about it, and I figured that you wouldn't mind anyways, because you went out last week, so I figured I could go out this week. And so yeah, me and my boy went out, and first thing first, we stopped at our boy's house. We got a couple drinks. They was tripping. There was so much people in the house, and we just like, yeah, let's go somewhere else. So we drove to the guy's house, one of his boys. I don't know him though. I never met him before, but he knew him. So we just went in. There was drinking there. I took 2 shots. I felt a little nice. My phone died. When my phone died, I was like, damn, I'm gonna call my girl, but then I wasn't driving either. Since I wasn't driving, I asked my boy, hey, bro, I have to go home soon because my girl gonna be worried about me. And then when she, oh my God, and he lying. And this whole time you just there looking at him, ready to swing because you ask him the question knowing the answer already. You know the answer, so you're listening, and you listening to, I don't know why you're listening. You encouraging him to tell the same story, and then he's gonna tell you the same thing. Believe what you want then. When a man tells you, believe what you want, he lying. How did I say that? I remember one time I had to make up a story too, man. I had to make up a story too. It's hard to make stories up because you forget. Because you forget the stories that you make up. You forget. And a woman, you know what you all do, woman? Let me tell you what you all raggedy asses do. 2 months from now, because you are wrong. While I'm telling you what happened, y'all taking notes. You're taking notes because you want to bring this up again. You want to bring up the exact time, the name, the date, who you said he was with. 3 months later, everything is going good. We're in the bed cuddling. Because a woman can't cuddle, right? We know women can't cuddle properly. Women are the worst cuddlers. I know you never forget, right? That's what I'm talking about. Hey, how are you doing anyways? It's good to see you, Tanya. Women are terrible at cuddling because in 2 minutes in the cuddling, I have a question. So you all hanging out, you chilling, right? You hanging out, and you in the bed, everything is going good. In 3 minutes, so Kirk, so Diamante, I have a question. Man, that was just vibing. It was just so peaceful. And you have a question. I know the question that you have. If you start out the question, see, when a woman start out a conversation in that moment, like I have a question, damn. And right now I can't escape. I'm laying here with you, and I know So you're like, man, come on, man. You're like, so Diamante, I have a question. Man. Come on, man. Just enjoy the night. Because you know it's about to be an argument. You know it's about to be a fight. You know it's about to be an argument. So you're like, come on, man. Can we just chill? Can we just chill? Is that the song? And so you know it's about to be, oh, shit, man. Damn. So you act like so you pretend to be sleeping. You're like, you know what? Let's talk about it tomorrow. No. I just want to ask you a question. It's just a simple question. Just one question. What's the problem? Just one question. What's the problem? I can't ask you one question. Jeez. All right. What's the question? So you remember 3 months ago? What was her friend name again? Who you hang out with? What are you talking about? Remember who you was with the night when you say you went to his house but you didn't know his name? Your friend that you was with. He took you to a house that you don't know his name. Who was your friend again? Oh, shoot. Why you asking me that anyways? Nah, I just want to remember. I was thinking about it. I just came to my mind. Who was that guy's name again that you was hanging with? And What kind of drink did you? What kind of shot did you take? I don't understand when you asked him this question. But just tell me what's his name. I was just thinking about it. And just tell me what's the problem. What's the problem? I just one question. Shit. Ah, damn. But that was long ago. You want me to remember that? But you only went out one time in the last 3 months, so why can't you all will take notes. You will sit there and listen to him for 16 and a half minutes going on about the same lie that you already know that he lying about for 3 months to bring it up one time just to catch him in a lie. If you know I'm lying, just stop me. If you know I'm lying, just tell me. Just stop me in the conversation. Don't let me be talking for 16. Just stop me. Just say, Kirk, I already have the message. Damn it. Okay. Listen, I didn't mean to do it, man. It's my friend. You remember the friend I was talking about? He was, man, I didn't even feel like going, but he's tripping, man. So, I was like, hey, you know what, let's go. And then he brought some woman there and talking about, hey, Diamante is, it's two of them and it's two of us, And so I didn't even do anything. I just hung out and we just chill. Just stop lying, right? And the fan leave. Just hit record. Friday, you and your boys went out to eat and then hung out, but came home around 3. Listen, I'm telling you. But it's crazy. But y'all just. Only time we lie is when. The only time we talk a lot is when we're lying. If we ain't lying, you can get me one answer. Yeah, man. You wanna? Yeah. Kirk, blah, blah, blah. For real? Yes, Kirk, and guess what he said? Damn. That's it. We don't communicate. I just communicated. I just told you my soul. I told you. I said, yeah. Dang. Oh, okay. We just spoke. Happiness Blends, how you doing? We just spoke. We had a whole conversation. You told me what happened. I said, for real? Then you continue, yeah, Kirk, and yeah. And then you continue, and I say, oh, yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's a conversation. You say we don't communicate, but what else can we say? What else do you want me to say? What else do you want to hear? It's your story. I'm just listening. I don't care to listen, but I'm a good husband, so I'll listen. Because we're not listening because we want to know. Because half of the time we forget what you said. Tomorrow, when you ask me, what we talk about last night? Shit. No. You don't care. I do care, but I don't care about what you said. I don't care about your raggedy friends. I don't know who your friends. I don't care about Susan and what she did. I don't know what Keisha was talking. I don't care. They're raggedy friends. I don't even like your friends. You think I remember the nonsense? Thank you, Nicole. What else? I'm telling you, man. That when you're listening and you don't say nothing, they get mad. Oh my God. This woman asked her man about the woman he was following on IG. He said it was a friend from middle school and they talk occasionally to not worry about her. Then the woman was like, that's my fake account. Oh. You see, I think she owes him an apology. One thing that I've learned, not to test people. Because when you test people, you don't, and he going to be like, I know that was you anyways. You can't prove him wrong. If I was me, I would. I know that was you. You were playing. I was playing. I know it was you. Now. One thing about women. Women need proof. Because women ain't leaving until they get their evidence. Women think that they are. Listen, women really believe that they are interrogators. You think that you are detectives, and you need solid proof. I had a feeling. I knew he wasn't. I knew. I just couldn't prove it, so I stayed with him. I just couldn't prove it. And since I had no proof, I couldn't leave. What, you want me to leave him? Well, how would I explain to him that I'm leaving him? You can't leave. I had no proof, Kirk. He was so good. I knew it. I felt it. I smelled stuff on him, but I never found out who it was. You don't understand what I'm saying. I didn't know. I didn't know for sure. Yeah, because you did. As long as you don't have proof, you can't leave. Just make me spell. I'm telling And so you can't leave. And so we can keep women for a long. We can keep you all for a longer time because you ain't going nowhere because you have to have proof. Because in your heart, if you ain't got no heavy evidence, you ain't got nothing. And so you like, I can't leave without evidence. I have to find evidence. And so you checking drawers, you checking his doodle stay in his drawers. You making sure you put the white drawers on to make sure he spill. If anything spill out on it, you're gonna check his ball sack. Hey, let me see, cough. Cough again. I don't trust you. Cough one more time. I don't know what I'm looking for, but your balls is kind of empty. Anyways, let me see you. Let me see your phone. I mean, because you have to do it. William Lynn, what's good? You need that evidence. Kimberly. Technology makes listen, I'm telling you, you all need evidence. Checking doodoo. I'm telling you, man, you all been checking some things. Your doodoo don't smell the same. I don't know. I think you are creepy. I saw a woman said one time, I told him drop his pants so I can smell it. So you can smell what? You know, I can smell it. You wanted to smell it? You wanted to smell his penis? Just to make sure. You wanted to, you know how low you have to be? You know how low that you got to be to smell a man's penis? You know, come home. Hey, I'm home. You know, let me tell you all about a man's penis, man. If a man take a shower and he washes ass, right? He said people be smelling used. If a man take a shower and dip his ass in Clorox and bleach and clean water, right? As soon as he takes 16 steps, it smells like sweat again. I don't know what it is. It's just. It's so imagine going 8 hours at work and 2 hours on the way home. And you're gonna tell him drop his pants to smell it? Man, what you're gonna smell is terrible anyway. So I don't know what 16 steps after you wash the balls begin to be hot and smelly again. And he could just walk from the bathroom to the bedroom, and it's just you wanna smell it after 8, 9 hours? Man, listen, whatever is in there should stay in there. It shouldn't go in your face, it shouldn't come close to your face. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. You all be doing too much. I'm drinking water. I should have a beer though. I should have a beer. Anyways, you're upping me so late. Why y'all here so late anyways? You all didn't telling me you all didn't telling me to go to bed. You all didn't telling me, hey Gina Cox. You all didn't telling me, Kirk, I gotta go. What did I just walk into? I don't want to smell it, dude. I'm telling you, man, y'all gotta be careful. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad. Y'all got me talking here, talking nonsense. I don't know what y'all got me talking about. Man, you all, it's light. You all know it's bedtime because you are in your 40s. You all know you're going to wake up tomorrow with a headache talking about, I've stayed up for too late. You all know when you're old, you can't stay up late, right? You can't stay up late because you can't function the next day. You can't function the next day. So I know for a fact you're going to wake up with headaches talking about, I only had 8 hours sleep and I just, Kirk, you got me up all night. You all know your bedtime is 8:30. Yeah, late time. You all know your bedtime is 8:30. I don't know who you all want to play big for. You all want to be grown. What you all want to play grown? Kathy, you know you can't stay up late. You know you got a headache. At 3 a.m., you wake up with a headache. I think I stayed up for too late. 9 p.m., you're already naked in the bed with your bonnet on and your mask on your face, trying to clean your face. You know you have some ugly mask on your face. You know, somebody said, you know why women don't accept calls, FaceTime calls after 9 o'clock? He said, why don't women accept FaceTime calls after 9 p.m.? And he said the reason is because the face go back to factory settings. I was like, I was like, he says, he says, because their face goes back to factory. And you know, we men be so stupid, right? We be it's so stupid, right? Because we imagine you say, "Oh, I'm going to bed, Kirk," right? You hear this, "I'm going to bed, Kirk," and you say, "Ooh, send me a picture." Right? And she's like, "Really? You don't want to see me right now?" I said, "Oh, yeah, yes, you do. You're going to bed. I bet you look so beautiful in that pajamas." So, and she sent you a picture, and you had a picture and some curlers in her hair, mask on her face, some raggedy nightgown, some raggedy little old shit that she found inside of a dirty hamper or something that she wore yesterday and the day before to bed, and her sleep clothes, and she got stuff in her ears and and you see the picture, you're like, ah, like what is this? I thought, because a man's imagination, right? I don't know what it is, but in a man's imagination, we think you so beautiful before going to bed. We think that your hair is shining, your hair is long, right? Your hair is long, and your face is just pretty, and you just night little cute little nightgown. But when you take the picture, you're like, what the hell is this? Your face looking, man. Listen, I learned that I stopped asking for pictures at night. No more pictures. I don't send me no pictures. Send me a text. Good night. It's good enough. Don't send me no videos of yourself talking about Kirk. I just want to say no good night. No good night. Just say bye. Because when I see your face, oh, back to factory settings. Factory settings look rough, man. just you see you scream through the phone. Yeah, seriously. You think, because when you think about a woman, you think that she is the most beautiful before bed, but she gotta get her hair right. You gotta set that hair, set that color on her face. She gotta move them things on her. Oh, hell no. You ever slept with somebody in their bed for the first time you sleep over, and you hear in the bathroom, you ever heard it before? Man, listen. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. I'm going home. Where are you going? Ma'am, what did you just do inside? What were you just doing? Oh, just my throat has things in it. What you doing has in it, baby? Like, what's in your throat? What the hell is happening in the bathroom? It's time to go. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to go. Honestly, that's why people don't date no more one sleepover. To sleepover, I don't want to. I ain't sleeping. But listen, no sleep. Ain't no more sleeping over. Sleeping over comes to an end. Nobody is sleeping over anymore. That's why dating is so weird. My clothes and shoes. That's why dating is so weird, because the first couple times you're in the bed and it's quiet and you're laying down, you don't know what to do because it's the first time you sleep in there, and you hear weird noises in their house. You hear doors opening. You don't know what she got in her house. Shit, your stomach start to bubble. Your stomach start making noises. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. My stomach, I don't know what's wrong with it. And then her stomach start answering. So they're having conversations now. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the part that I hated. I couldn't do it again. If I get divorced, I don't think I want to date either. Because I don't like that, then... No, for some reason, man, your stomach don't get bad until somebody's next to you. The way they snore. Man, I'm telling you. Your stomach don't act up until somebody is near you. Do you notice that? Do you notice that your stomach don't start acting funny until somebody is right next to you? All of a sudden, your stomach be listen. You ain't fart all day. You know what I mean? You ain't fart all day. And as soon as the person comes next to you, your stomach. Oh shit. And I think it's the energy. It's bad energy. It's bad energy. It means when somebody comes next to you and your stomach is losing control, that leave. That person has no desire. You know, I learned this when I used to be with this woman, man, and she was, I think she was narcissist. And every time I was in her bed, my stomach was just going retarded. My stomach was just going crazy, just every time. Oh well, but it was good though. I think it was worth it. I'm 8 years single, wondering if I'll ever date again. Girl, you better go on a date. You better go on a date. You match with a guy on Grindr? Ain't Grindr like a isn't what is Grindr? What is Grindr? Is Grindr? I don't remember what Grindr is. I don't know. Yeah, my stomach was telling me to leave for real. But listen, man, y'all got me talking on here for a long time. Let me get over here. Y'all, it's good to have you all at night sometimes, man. It's good to be on here talking with crap at nighttime. So I you know, I wanted to. Yes, my tube. His mind is gone. A smart man's mind is done. Oh, I thought so. I thought so. No, I don't know. Oh, that's somebody. Oh, that's somebody playing. Love you too, Lynn. Hey, I love you guys, man. You all be good. Thank you guys for coming and talking nonsense with me, man. I love talking nonsense sometimes. Of course, if you both knew, then she passes gas. You can't feel it. You all be blessed, man. You all be blessed. I'll talk to you guys later, all right? You all be blessed. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad. I'm glad to be talking to you all. Thank you, Jamisha. Thank you guys for entertaining me as I talk nonsense. And some things was not nonsense. Good night, Deanna. Kimberly, you be blessed, all right? Be blessed or bleed true. I don't know if I said the name right. Go to Melanin. Be blessed. Hot quarter. Hey, Riri. That was great. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys later. All right? Blessings.